All right, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Tomorrow night, I'll be live here, 8 o'clock Eastern time. It's Father versus Son, if you want a good laugh and see me get my...
Here we go. Just getting ready to start, and I think let's just see where we are. Oh, first, welcome, Jacob. So let's see what we want to play. We were playing Orbis, but I'm down to play Star Citizen if we wanted. I think I've still got some main story quests to do though, so let me check in with Truth Warrior and see if he wants to do some more Orbis. Appreciate you guys joining. What's first command supposed to do, Jacob? I haven't seen that one before. All right, let's pop this back on. There we go. All right, Eric, thanks for the lurk. Okay, so I don't know if you have a channel currency, then it basically gives points. Gotcha. You too, Dave. Thank you for having me on the show. As always, it's great to hang out with you, man. And appreciate the raid. Now let's see who we got. Blue 2003. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Don't know if you've ever seen this game, but it is what got me into multiplayer grouping this year. Kind of I decided I was going to give it a chance, even though I'd had really bad experiences in MMOs. But it's been very different. And hi, buddy. So what kind of games do you play, Blue? Just got to bring this up. Monitor 2. Chat is up. There we go. So in this game, I'm playing as a mage right now, and I can make fire, ice, and harder spells. Let's see here. It's like anyone who actually plays this more often than me now is gonna be laughing. What do we got? Oh, Gunter! Thanks for the follow, buddy. How you doing? If you're online, I'm happy to join up with you again. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so next thing we got to do is go. Alright, so this is something really cool that I love. I'm able to like grab this book and flip through the pages. It's so simple, but like it's so engaging. So you mostly play PlayStation shooter games. Gotcha. Any new shooter games, Blue, that you really like? I've been wetting my palate and opening my eyes to playing shooters these days. Not generally a huge fan of it, But I'm getting better. I think mostly I started Star Citizen this year, and because I have to protect my ship, I've decided I needed to learn how to actually play in a shooter. Okay, sounds good, Gunter. It was good to play with you today, man. I know it was short. Oh wait, do we turn that in? So you haven't started any? But I thought you said you mostly play PlayStation shooter games. So what's your favorite right now? Okay, so I need to speak with Runewarg Bazula in Lucian Plateau, east of Narrow Orchard, at the top of High Steps of Ithakak, to try and convince him to join my cause. Oof, this one I remember being a little bit tough. Accidental Prophecy, Complete Search for Iblis School, Tinny Salt, Dipping This. Ah, here we go. I can do that one real quick. Oh yeah, not on Twitch. I just meant like, what's your favorite one, Blue? It doesn't have to be something that's on Twitch. I never really got good at shooters in VR. I always struggle with them because I have a really hard time aiming with the little joystick things. Okay, let's see. Call of Duty. Okay. Yeah, that one was probably my first okay experience in a shooter. All right, so we got to go to the Lucian Plateau. The other one is the Abnabi Desert. We'll go here and FH. Ah, I'm out of reagents. You hate the Call of Duty games, Eric? Yeah, no, it's not in VR. I will say that playing shooters in VR is like a completely different experience for me. I think Arizona Sunshine was the first one that I played that really like opened my eyes to how I could actually enjoy it. What do we got here? Uh-oh, he's gonna do...
Nickname, badge, bookmark, Japanese castle cancer.
Japanese cancel cancer? Or castle cancer. You gotta remember that one, Jacob. Japanese castle cancer is a pretty good one to hold on to. It sounds like a horrible disease. A confusing, horrible disease. So, I don't know. The Call of Duty games weren't too bad in my opinion, Eric. But I only played like the first. I think it was before Black Ops, and it was. I had pretty bad experiences in first-person shooters, and I think it really comes down to the people you play with, right? We've all played with the people who basically rub it in your face whenever they kill you, even though you knew they were going to kill you, right? Because they're really good and they've been playing it for hundreds of hours, but the only thing that brings them joy is to just rub it in your face. And that really killed the experience for me. The reason I like a game like this is for the PvE, right? I'm able to work together with other people. Let's see what this one is.
Japanese castle cancer, Japanese castle cancer, Japanese castle cancer.
Did you notice how she really enunciated the first Japanese? It was like Japanese castle cancer. Yeah, like that's my issue with shooters, Eric. Like, whenever I win, I get yelled at, and whenever I lose, I get made fun of, right? And I hate playing in an environment where the people I'm supposed to be friends with are like just being assholes to me the whole time. And so a big part of what I've done over this last year is gather a lot of really chill players together, so that now I know when I'm playing with someone that they're not going to be an asshat about the fact that I suck at a game. Yeah, Eric. I think you and me, when we play together, like, I don't think I ever do that. I hope.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing, Eric?
Might as well join you on stream.
Might as well.
Yeah, there are so many games I used to love to play, and I had to stop because I either won and felt guilty because they were angry at me, or lost and felt like shit because they made fun of me.
Yeah, and that's the problem I've always had, is like, I actually feel like if I get good at that game, I might become the asshole I hate.
I
Right?
hear you, man.
Right? Like that's always been my fear is like, what if I get really into a shooter and it turns out that just being into shooters turns you into that type of person?
I'm worried about the same thing. Like, he's
Right.
probably not listening, but shout out to my friend Jeremy, who we play PvP games online sometimes, and he never gets salty.
Yeah.
And when he says he's starting to get frustrated, he's like, yeah, I don't want to play this now, it's frustrating.
black nib,
And then we do something else, and I
nib,
just wish
black
more
nib.
people played like him or like you, where you just want to have fun.
Oh man, Jacob's always playing around with what he can get the voice to do. Black nib, black nib, black nib. Which one says it's a nib? I have to like physically move closer to see what these symbols look like. So the first one, it's just a white thing and it's called black, and then the next one is a nib. I don't get it, man. I don't get why those are called that. So, but yeah, no. So you're saying you've got a friend Jeremy that you play with that's fairly chill comparatively?
Yeah, we knew each other in person. We used to work together, but he lives in like Virginia. So sometimes we connect PlayStation Online or whatnot. We're gonna find out if Nine Hartmans is cross-platform because he has it on the Switch, and we want to play. We love PvE games.
Yeah.
And we've been trying to find one we can play together. He just recently joined the Super Friends.
Oh, nice. Cool.
I think J-Brave is what he shows up as.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I think that's the big thing is like being able to create the Super Friends and have a community focused around, not necessarily one particular game, but a perspective about how to play with people.
Yeah, I think it's much more important that we play the same game for the same reason.
Yeah,
the reason you game is more important to me than what you play.
Yeah, and it's hard to find and build a community that doesn't fall apart when a particular game starts dying, right? Like, so this is a classic case. Orbis's population, consider I've put I put like 550 hours just on my other character in this game. So I really kind of ran out of content that I could do. It's been long enough now that I'm going through and replaying, and I've got a fun twist on it, right? Anytime I'm doing character dialogue, I'm gonna read it aloud in whatever voice you guys want, right? And that was something that was missing from the initial experience because there's no voice acting. So that's really cool and interesting for me. But for most of it, it just became about doing the content the best, right? Being the fastest to beat a dungeon, being the one who beat the highest level version of the same dungeon. Well, looks like that one didn't read aloud, Jacob. One of those symbols must be naughty.
I'm not playing Black Desert for similar reasons.
Yeah.
The game has some cool concepts, but between the community being weird
Pager,
and the
snowman,
game having
chestnut,
no weight
dragon,
game, it
people
just fell
with bunny
apart.
ears, woman
But if you
dancing.
try to do anything in that community that wasn't Black Desert related, people would lose their fucking minds.
Yeah, no, and honestly, when Orbis first started to kind of like deteriorate because there was no new content being added, we encountered the same problem as the Super Friends, where like we had built ourselves around this game, but it hadn't really been my intention to only play this game. My main thing was, as the leader of the Super Friends, I wanted to make sure that everyone who played with us was playing with people that were going to be enjoyable to play with. Right? And that we were going to like being around each other and playing games. It just so happened that we all met in this game. And then now we're getting more members from all sorts of titles that we have LFGs for. And it's a learning experience for me as a leader to try and divorce it from the concept of saying we're like a one-game group, because it's definitely a lot easier to have a message around a single game title and to get people to play, but at the same time we had a lot of people who were basically
Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn,
dropping out of the
Sagittarius,
group,
Scorpio, Libra.
at least no longer being active. Yeah, I don't know about that one, Jacob. they were dropping out of the group because of the fact that they were no longer interested in the game, even though they were really awesome people to play with, right? And so I had to look at our values and the messaging that we had to make sure it was clear that it's okay if you don't want to play this game, right? Because when your whole player base is based around a single title, there's this tendency to kind of automatically feel, even if no one said it aloud, that we don't really talk about other games here, right? And for me in particular, as the leader of the fellowship, I face the issue of the fact that if I choose to play a different game than what other people that have joined up are playing, they all feel like they need to play that title with me, right?
White small square, white medium square.
And that's something that I'm still working through, right? Of saying, now that we're growing, how do we have more leadership inside the group, right?
Like the Zomboid, everyone's playing it, and I appreciate that you got me a copy of it, but I'm not always having fun with it, and I'm not going to play it just to be polite.
Yeah.
But I will play it while we're having conversations in the group, because it's better than doing nothing while we talk.
Yeah, and like, not everyone's gonna like Project Zomboid, and that's totally okay. And I think that's the main thing I have to make sure is really clear to everyone as we grow, especially now that we're moving into more titles. I'm definitely a variety player, right? Like, I can't just play one game all the time.
And people, a lot of people, they seem to understand in this group that because you don't like their game doesn't mean you don't like them.
Exactly. And but like, there's definitely been cases where I've got to, have a little private conversation with folks and work it out.
Curly loop.
I had an interesting reminder recently. Kat, she met my friend from Florida, and we were playing Once Upon a Time, and the point of the game is to have fun. The winner is the story. That's how I explain the game. The point of the game is to tell the story. That's what it keeps saying. The point of the game is to tell the story. But when everyone would steal the story from her, she'd get kind of mad and start pointing out how technically they shouldn't have stolen the story. And I'm like, I could have stolen the story 10 minutes ago. I was just wanted to take over.
Okay, time for... Alright, what should Bazula sound like? What should Bazula sound like? He's like a native tribesman type dude.
And I think, let me put you on. I paused the stream button.
Let's see. Feel like,
Oh, that dude? I think he would totally talk like a stoner with little hippie glasses.
Okay, let me see. Give me an example so that I can...
Yeah. Speaking quickly before I have my Rune War peel the skin from your skull. And you have to say it all really violent stuff, really chill.
Speak quickly before I have my Rune War peel the skin from your skull, bro. Who are you, stranger? Why do you trespass on our sacred Ithacak? I should kill you right now for your blasphemy? We have the same enemy! The same enemy? You are my enemy, stranger! You and every other Tetho that claims this land as their own, right, bro? Right? You are all invaders! Every last one of you!
Cancer.
That's great.
Oh, cancer. We both want to destroy the Order. Those Tetho have murdered many of my men, many of my women, and even our children. They think us savage animals that need to be wiped out, right? But am I supposed to trust the words of a stranger? I will not be insulted and made second in my own land. I follow the Spirit. I breathe the Spirit, move the Spirit, and go where the Spirit leads me. Yeah?
Dude, does he listen to Bill and Ted? Seriously, that's all.
Ithacak is what he gives me. It's a drug.
It's a drug? Yeah, it's an emetic.
Your people know nothing of such ways. Make peace with your gods, Tetho. I am about to send you on to them, eh? Whoa. 6th story, bro. Let's talk again, Bazula. But what is this? As I move to bleed you, I hear the spirit call out. It can be. It can't be. You are marked. The spirit dwells upon you as much as it does I.
Like
It
we're
does?
Keanu Reeves read Shakespeare.
Right.
Does it not bleed?
Oh, mighty spirit, be not angry with me. I am your faithful servant, Bazula. I shall not kill this Tetho if you have plans for them that I cannot yet know. Will you help us then? Us? It's just me right here. Like, gotta run. Alright, see ya, Blue. Nice to have you. This is the blind meeting. In my visions, the spirit was silent about your coming. Oh.
I keep
Sorry.
wanting to say Bazula Oblongata.
Bazula Oblongata, thanks for the 100 bits, Jacob. Appreciate it. This is the blind meeting. In my visions, the spirit was silent about your coming. I did not know of today in my dreams. Perhaps this meeting is divine? It's hard to add a question mark to everything. But it must be proven before I risk my tribe to help you. Take the drink of Ithacak into your guts and follow the guiding hand of spirit. Journey through Lucian Plateau and return the bones of our lost ancestors from the place in which they lie. The drink of Ithacak. This is our most sacred communion. The drink of Ithacak will open you to the movements of the spirit and lead you toward the destiny. Drink it? There you go. Alright, so we're going to put this on our belt. And as I recall, oh man, there's a somewhere around here. Let's take a sip. All right, now we're in a drug hazed stupor. As you can see, everything is all druggy. And now I have this speed thingy. Well, the last time I did this was actually at nighttime, so this looks quite different during the day. I took my first Ithacak when I was in a dungeon, and it was super confusing because all the fog was like really crazy.
Or Ithacak?
Ithacak. It's so Ithacak in real life is actually made from oh, what is it called? There's you take a cactus, and it's like the juice from a cactus, and it's just poisonous enough to get you really high, but not poisonous enough to kill you most of the time.
Neat. What you're saying is don't do it.
Yeah, it's. I'm pretty sure it's not one of the ones that's okay.
Good to know.
Yeah, you trip pretty hard on it, as far as I understand. Okay, so we're looking for these bubble things, and we have to follow them. But it's actually harder to see them. Okay, there's one over there. Oh crap, this is red. I'm gonna die. No! Just run. Run, Gandora. You can do this.
Run, Gandora, run!
I'm gonna die hard.
That's
Oh
cute.
man. Come on. No, don't kill me. Oh, I'm getting the red vision. Oh, did I make it? Woo! That was scary.
You got it? You survived?
I survived. Can you see the red haze over my eyes?
Yeah.
Alright, so there's one there. But yeah, so I'm really interested to see what happens with this game in the future. They're basically making the whole Orbis Reborn is supposed to occur after this timeline, like several hundred years later. And so
Okay.
they basically realized that they had a lot of good stuff here, but they really needed to go in and professionally do the game, which in a lot of ways meant a recreation. I think part of it was also they wanted to make sure they had enough to engage the large group of players that they had already captured, if that makes sense. So if they just re-released the same storyline, I could see them not being able to recapture the big audience of active players that were already here.
They should new storyline to keep the old players.
Yeah. And
Gotcha. A lot of games that rebuild themselves do recreate the story.
Yeah.
Like EverQuest, a good example. And Guild Wars 1 and 2, different timelines. At different places in the timeline.
True, yeah. And then, man, I remember EverQuest pretty fondly. That was one of the few fairly okay experiences I had in MMOs. But I was actually playing it with my uncle at the time, right? And so, like, I had a pretty good mentor in the game, which made a big difference. I don't know. What was your experience in EverQuest, or EverCrack, as many people call it?
Very little. I only played the first one for a few minutes before I decided I hated it. The second one, I started playing a free demo. My friend let me play, and I played as one of the Tiger Men because I thought they looked the awesomest. And then, like, I'm starting to play, and I found out I couldn't make him a paladin, and that really pissed me off, and I stopped playing. So I didn't like it enough to keep playing and find a different goal.
Yeah, where I didn't really like EverQuest 2.
It wasn't good enough to hold me on its own merit, but I figured if I could play a Tiger Paladin, I'll keep playing the game just for that.
Yeah.
Because, you know what, dude? If there's a class and a race I like together, I'll go with it even if it's a sucky game.
Really?
It's the concept of it. It's what it does to my imagination versus how fun is the game.
Gotcha. Yeah, and you're really into character building, though, right? Like, it's that's pretty important for you.
When I had City of Heroes, there were days I'd spend hours just creating heroes and then never using them.
But were there hours you would spend days?
Yes. It felt like
see what I did there? Very clever.
I did. I like it.
Right,
my entertainment is like a TARDIS. It's bigger on the end.
So for me, I got really into the cool things you could do in combat compared to a lot of stuff that I'd done before.
I think if I had a mentor like you did, I would have played the game more. But it just didn't happen. And I was already into other games at the time.
I guess we got to return to Bazula. This feels like a completely different... They totally changed this. This used to be very different.
It's good though, right?
Well, before you actually walked on like invisible stairs over the air, but maybe they'll add. Maybe that's like the second part to this. I don't know if I can get down here. I don't think I'm supposed to be able to, but you know, it's VR. I like to live on the edge. No. Alright, I'm gonna have to go legitimately back. Or go to graveyard if I totally screwed the pooch.
Sometimes I'd watch people play like some old video games like Mega Man, like from the NES, and they're bitching about how like the pixels and the hitboxes don't line up properly. And as a kid, to me, figuring out where the pixels and the hitboxes interacted was part of the challenge of learning the game.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's this guy bitching about? Of course it is. The tip of the toe counts as the edge of the foot. Everyone knows. And they're like bitching about why it's that way. I'm like, you don't know. It is that way. That's how games used to be. If they suck, you just fucking play them that way.
Well, I think it's a lot of gaming is like figuring out how the game works. Right? Like, and you, as long as it's consistent, you're able to accept it as reality.
Exactly.
If it's inconsistent, it's really hard to enjoy a game that is inconsistent on its lore, right? Like,
Right, it has no verisimilitude.
it breaks you out of the game, and then you don't really enjoy it as much. Let me see if anyone responded to my looking for players here in Discord. If anyone on it is looking to play with me, don't hesitate to mention it. Let's see.
I say that all the time, and then I get asked to leave. Then again, it's weird to say it to Wendy.
Yeah, I'm not meaning it like in a public place.
I know. It's like that joke, Miley Cyrus likes a hammer and it's sexy, but when I do it, I'm gross and I have to leave Home Depot.
Oh wait, I think I can just teleport. I don't need to walk all the way back. So we'll go here. It was... I don't even know if I remember the teleport for that one. Ugh, I need to go look. Yeah, one thing about this game is memorizing the runes for spells and teleportation.
The concept of drawing the runes really drew me in. If I could afford a rig and the game, I'd probably have it already.
Yeah, at least your rig is able to play VR now. So,
yeah, I am very happy.
Yeah, you're upgraded to that point. Now all you gotta do is get a hold of a headset.
And since the graphics card was necessary for my computer to function, I can write it off on my taxes.
Yep. It's your work computer, so.
It's my work, and I can even justify because I might need to test some rendering shit people are using.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the fact that you're also starting to stream as well, basically any of your gaming-related expenses become tax write-offs. So, just FYI.
Definitely. I'm gonna go to that same CPA again this year. He did me well.
Yeah, for sure. Oh man, am I gonna finally die? Versus just like, this is the land of Gandora, almost dying everywhere he goes. Nope, dead. Okay, well. It's death is another form of fast travel, so it's all good.
I think after I do a couple more levels of this, I might get some food with Travis and then stream the beginning of the new Spyro game.
Sounds good, man. Just
Since you could stream PlayStation to Facebook now.
For sure. I think I have basically, let's see here. I need to get these last two things. So I need the Ancestor's Bone Ring and the Explorers League badge. Just trying to make progress on the main story quest here, which is great.
Well, hey man, I wanted to let you know, not that you'll probably be here, if we happen to be in town on Friday after Thanksgiving, there's the gaming store near here is having some event, and they sell like a bunch of card games and shit.
Good to know. I mean, I might come up that way if there's something we wanted to do, since you guys are all coming down here. But it'll depend how I'm feeling. Trying to gauge how much I can actually eat on Thanksgiving, given my current state.
Yeah, I hate it now though, but I may need to find something where I have a way back in order to join you for things. That's why I'm hoping the Nailers join you.
Yep. No worries.
And I also really want to spend Thanksgiving with Travis as well, and he would also need to ride.
Yep. Well, they had planned on picking up and taking back, so that should be fine. Well, also Greg was coming, I thought.
Oh yeah, okay, so that'll work out even triple good. That's perfect.
Yeah, you got like a backup plan that way.
It's cool too, because a lot of places at the Loy Center, when I was there, like just doing some shopping this week, and like a lot of stores were starting their Black Friday sales early. I got a shirt for like $5.
Yeah. By the way, anyone in the stream, if you have questions about the game, feel free to ask, or if you want to talk about a particular topic, I'm more than happy to go over it. Yeah, now usually the trend, especially because online stores have started to do their sales early, that all of the physical stores are competing with that market by doing their sales early as well.
Yeah, I noticed you have the two extremes. You have the guys that have the sales all week and the ones that do it on Friday and prepare for an avalanche.
Yeah, I personally, I tended to go with the other ones. Oh, what do we got? Oh, that's Hexnell following. Hey, Warhex, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, man.
Haven't
hey,
seen
Warhead.
you in a while. He's one of our dukes of friendliness.
Nice.
He's an all-around awesome dude, and as soon as I can trick him into setting up his rig again, we'll be playing again. He's one of our most active players, but then he decided he was gonna move and sell his house and have a real life. Ugh. I tell you what.
Oh, God.
People who do that, I swear.
They want to like better themselves.
This is the best I can do to say that I've missed you, Warhex, is to complain.
Well, I missed you too.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, just going through the main story quests. We had a bunch of people watching, and then I popped over to that talk show, Dave Burrows, and they raided back. So I'm doing the Bazulu dude right now, and of course the special hitch is people get to decide what the voices sound like because I'm voice acting everyone. So here we go.
Oh, nice.
All right, so Bazulu is a total like pothead, obviously. So you returning with the bones? That can't be. Not even I could complete this act. Yet you, a worthless Titho, have done it. You must be a powerful sorcerer indeed. Worth having as an ally against those filthy priests. The spirit must think that you caused this just a one. And as you have returned that which is precious to us, I reward you with this, a ring made of our ancestors' bones. Well, thank you, Bazula. Thank you. They got rid of the stairs, like, over the sky? Or is that, like, a later quest? Because I remember, like, having to go on the sky stairs for this thing, or was it just following the little beacons for the Bazula dude?
Yeah, I think it was just following the beacons.
Okay. I just remember the stuff in the desert. But yeah, I figured one of the biggest things that Orbis is missing is good voice acting, so I took it upon myself to just do it.
No, it makes sense, man.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you're casting, streaming, you got to make it a
Yeah.
little interactive.
Well, it's just like that was well, especially since I'm replaying the whole main story quest line with my other character, I want to like actually make sure that I read it because it's gonna be gone. Right?
It really is.
Like
really
all of this that we like grew up around in the Super Friends is going away, and so I know I skipped my fair share of dialogue, and I want to actually go through and experience it. And it drives people crazy, but it's hilarious.
When's Reborn coming out?
Were you? Yeah, you probably didn't get a chance to try out the beta. So the beta came out for a couple days last week, I think, and then December they're gonna be debuting another class.
Very nice.
I did not like the Bard class, but I generally don't like Bard classes. That's just me.
I like bard classes.
So it was like a bit of like they had a xylophone kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I have the stream. I'll be able to export that to YouTube so that you can check out the whole experience. The dragon racing was fun, but they have it all controlled by a head look, so it was painful. Everyone was getting headaches. Everyone was getting headaches from it. So hopefully they'll tweak that. But they were getting initial feedback, right?
Yeah.
The issue I had with the whole xylophone thing is it sounded like shit, and I would like to be like encouraged to play an actual song as opposed to just beating on it randomly. If you could make it feel more like I was actually playing an instrument, then I'll be happy with it. It's just I know they're gonna have a lot more instruments, so hopefully that'll help too. So it was interesting though. It had like basic static effects along with like powerful attacks that you could activate, and then you have to hit the xylophone and charge up these orbs. It was very similar in that respect to the roommate, or not the roommate, the
Archer?
the healer.
The musketeer.
So they have healing orbs and they have revive orbs. They have like 8 or 9 orbs. Like a lot of things you can do with it. I'm gonna die.
See, I heard you talking earlier on your stream. You were talking about, was Arizona Sunshine kind of giving you an appreciation for shooters in VR.
Yeah.
And like playing as an archer, it's a lot of fun in this game in Orbis, but playing as the musketeer, which is you think it'd be the shooter class. I don't know. I think there's a missed opportunity.
No, yeah, like it could be so much better. Like there's a lot of areas of opportunity in this game, but I mean, this game is pushing the limits on other areas as well, right? And so I feel like as they can grow past a team of 5 or 6 people, they're going to be able to push in a lot of different ways. But they have a vision that really focuses on the interaction and stuff. And clearly that worked. We all formed in Orbis together, and our ability to interact with each other like we're actually with each other hanging out has made it so that even though we've never physically met, I feel like you're one of my close friends, Hex. Right, like that's something that never happened in another game to me.
Yeah, hell yeah, man, and I feel that too. It's like one of those things where VR brings kind of it definitely brings that, especially in a social game like this. It brings a community together there, and everybody is super passionate about what they do in their community, no matter which side they're on and what specific kind of community outlook they have. Like you look at the guilds that originally were playing the game, especially early last year, and then all just the controversy and the craziness and the rivalry between the guilds. Albeit there was probably a bit more drama than there needed to be.
Yeah,
but. But I mean, everybody, no matter what side they were on, they were super passionate about the game and wanting to see improvements in the game, and
there's a lot of strong and like we've talked about in the past, right? Like the fact that we physically interact with each other the way we do. I mean, like whenever I see Charlaw, we run up and give each other a hug, right? That's not really the way I would normally interact with another player that I hung out with in another game. I don't. But like genuinely, we run up, we hug each other, we shout, "Hey!" Right? Like it's
high fives and whatnot.
Like it's a real feeling interaction. It's like as close as I can really get in a lot of ways to spending time with people because I'm so far away from people. Right?
Yeah, I hear that.
And I've noticed a lot of people in the VR community do actually live far away from the city, or they don't get a lot of opportunities to go out and spend time with people, so this is a way that they actually can.
12,000 kilometers away from the city.
Oh, sorry, 1,200.
Is that true?
Like
we got truth? Nice. Oh man, like last night.
2000, go on. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. It's fine.
Back in the late 90s or early 2000s, they were working on a system to do what you're talking about called VIO. Virtual Interactive Online Services or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it ended up, it never really launched the way they wanted it to, but games like Second Life and similar type digital chat games were based off of that VIO system. But what you're talking about that you do in VR was the intent of that original software.
Yeah, it's just technology had to catch up, right? Like...
Oh yeah, I read about it like 10. HowStuffWorks.com used to have technologies they expected to launch within 10 years, and I read about it about 10 years before it became popular.
Yeah, I mean, so you had a whole lot of technology, especially you think about the old 90s style VR that they had at like state fairs and mall arcades and stuff like that. And I mean, that shit was expensive to play, but you pay your $5 or $10 for 10 minutes.
Yeah, and you just keep on popping in those quarters.
Oh man, it was
for the shitty vector graphics, yeah.
Yeah, the super shitty vector graphics. It was slow but at room scale, home personal room scale VR has made the
Dude.
experience of
What?
games.
Travis wanted to make it clear he believed vector graphics are awesome.
All vector graphics are awesome, and they definitely
Mhm.
were awesome for the time. You know,
Yeah, I
we
can
put
hear
our
you.
headsets back in the day, and we were completely,
I don't high
you know, we
step
lost our
value.
mind.
Oh,
I'm about to head to Helga,
Hell
Shadow. Are you at the point where you got to go to
What?
Helga? I'm on the last one now for getting the helpers. Where are
Gandora's
you,
about to
Shadow?
go find the final boss.
Wait.
Yeah,
I just got back on. So
I'm gonna go find her
I'm
and her
still a
sweet
little
sweet
tired
hips.
Right now. I just got there.
All right, no worries. You about to head to bed?
I'm at high step. High step.
Well, I'm going to the Lamorva Frontier, buddy. So that's where I'm heading. Hey, Truth, you popping on? You want to help me out in the Frontier?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet. Because I am still only level 15 and pretty sure I will die out here alone.
I'm not even sure how this compass works.
Pip.
Are you gonna be streaming our endeavor?
Yeah.
Do you want to help me slay?
Yeah, I'm on stream right now, Truth.
Truth, would you stop the swears, please?
No, you can swear all the fuck you want.
No.
I'll try to keep my tongue clean.
No.
Hey,
Everyone has to click the button that says that they understand that I may or may not be a bad boy.
I may be a bad person inside.
Yep, just inside though.
Mhm.
So I'm at the Lamorva Frontier, guys. If you want to join me, I'm heading to Helga.
Don't go into the wilds.
I don't know what any of that stuff is.
You know, another thing, Gendora, that
Pip should
you're
know.
talking about is that, like, this game, the amount of teamwork that
Pip,
you put together in
Time
a
to
normal
go sit in my
MMO,
room.
like World of
High
Warcraft,
step.
like a 2D MMO, I think of it, and what the way they kind of designed this game, the difficulty that you have is even with just 5 people, it
Still
reminds me of
very
the old
hard.
school. Oh my god, yeah, it reminds me of the old school, like 40-man raids of World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
and
Well, I feel like naturally, as the population in this game grows, that'll go away. And
Yeah.
so I'm glad I was able to be here to experience it the way it was, because I know that Riley tried to make it a very difficult experience to force us to work together, and it worked, right? As much as we
Somewhat.
bitch and moan about a lot of things, but okay, the other bit is they weren't able to put enough content together to actually keep us engaged with pure content. So the game needed a villain, so a couple
Pip,
people
you-
stepped
you-
up and just became the villain of the game. I don't think they even realized that that's what they were doing, but they did it.
Like, what's her name?
Yeah, we won't
Yes.
talk about it on
Yeah.
stream, but
she'll not be
but, you
named.
know,
That's why I didn't
right.
use a proper noun.
but I mean, like, people naturally fall into it. Like, so, like, this Shadow Kid, right? I met him, and he had just been tricked into going into the wilds and had all of his shit stolen from him. He was level 13. He's clearly like an 8 or 9 year old, right?
Wait, where are you at?
And so that I took it upon myself to say, you know what? That's not the way I
I
play.
figured that was a plan.
So
What is this? Rust?
no, but, I mean, I get it. That's basically
Oh, man.
there's no new content. So people who played for as long as me or longer have this tendency to just try and like, well, I've never killed an 8-year-old and laughed at them, so let's try that. And you
You don't
know,
know what you're missing.
I know, right?
Okay, so
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Enjoying the reminiscing, yeah, Ray Jinx. That's good. I mean, like that's a big part of the reason that I'm replaying the storyline is just kind of re-experience this game before it's completely changed.
I mean, honestly, the storyline that they put together, that Riley and his team put together, I really liked. It's just you got to a certain point, and you know, I kind of
It was
feel
over.
like then it was over. I think the Bishop Roma dying right before the raid was kind of a cop out. I was hoping there was going to be more there.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's just a matter of The big thing that got me was reusing the same content over and over and making it harder. It just I don't play games that way, right? I don't play games to be the best in the world at it. I play games for myself and for the people I play with. And so the idea of just trying to be better and better at the same thing. All right, so I clearly just went all the way back to the
yeah, you're in the jungle now.
I need to go back that way.
Yeah, you go back the other way, man.
But yeah, that's the way a lot of groups
closest,
play, but it's just not my thing. What was that?
Where do you think the closest teleport is to you?
There is a more of a frontier one, but actually, I just passed the teleport. Let me tell you what
Isn't
the
it the little H? Little H.
No. Here, let's get him here with me.
Foot?
Hey guys, it looks like we're at different parts of the story. So for now, I'm gonna go ahead and drop party. Okay. All right. So it looks like the elbows and the chicken foot. So Ragings, what was your favorite thing about the game as it is currently? Like, what's held you here as long as us? Because we've all been playing for a very long time, considering the content. There's something about this game that really holds us together, and I feel like it's the relationships that we have with each other. I think that's the biggest differentiator. I've never had relationships this strong, good or bad, in any other kind of game. But I feel like we treat each other different because I'm sitting here and I'm looking at you and I'm like, okay, well this is my buddy, right? And that's why I added you as friend again, just to reaffirm that you're my buddy. All right. So let's go this way. Alright, so even pushing the hard stuff, Nova has ran out of things it did and playing all sorts of other... Yeah, but just like the Super Friends, Ragings, we've created this amazing community of people that play together, right? And I feel like it all happened because of the way we're able to interact with each other here. And that's why, like, no matter what happens with Orbis, I'm always going to have really fond memories of this game and its ability to do what I've always dreamed of doing in an MMO, right? And truly spending time together and making friends without having to drive all the way the fuck to Portland. Right.
It's not my fault you moved your city so far away.
Nobody wants to go there anyways.
Yeah, but I mean, like, think about it. Like, even when I lived up there, it's just I am very clearly a type of person who is very happy to just stay at home, right? You like to go out and party, Eric. I don't do that. I'm super uncomfortable in those type of environments. So my ability to come and spend time with people, I really have been able to develop that. Like, I'm at the point where now I'm running the stream and I have even more people I'm able to interact with. I don't think I could have really done that without kind of getting my feet wet running the fellowship for this whole year. Right?
What is it? Introverts unite separately in your own homes?
Yeah, exactly. No, it's just like, but we feel safe doing. Oh, you got it. All right, run away.
I'm running with all my heart.
I'll try and res you. Hopefully, I have a thing. Here you go. And all right, he's off you.
Oh, jeez.
Let's put our band-aids on.
Yeah, that's not pretty smart about that one.
Are you on, Helga, or are you on a different one? Did you already finish this whole thing?
Oh, I'm definitely not on this one. No.
Okay. Which one are you on?
Oh man, I have to still have to do the ghouls. Oh, actually, I might be able to talk to her because this is part of the whole. You're trying to gather together a group of people, right? The Explorers League badge.
Yeah.
Oh,
but if you haven't gotten to that one yet, you'll have to do the previous one. But yeah, Raging, go on.
Oh no, I was gonna say the one thing that I think really brought this game together for me was like the community events where we had the world bosses and everybody came to participate. Like
Yeah.
that's the coolest thing.
But
Even
to
the
me-
people who were trying to ruin it.
Hello.
Hey.
Right? Even the trolls.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Trolling is
Yeah, I can hear you.
participating.
Who we got?
Okay.
Troll is participating.
Is
yeah,
that Ragings?
Yeah, y'all
Hey,
put me
buddy.
in the chat. I had too much lag and I typed too slow.
There you go. All right.
But no, I love the community events, but the one like they really, to me, they if they can get the servers down, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, they haven't had enough focus on
Yeah.
the performance of the game.
Well, and I understand, like the game actually performed better at early access release back in December than I think it did by the time Raids released, because they were so concerned with trying to get Reborn done and trying to get more content out at the same time that they were basically just testing shit with a couple people and then throwing it out there.
Yeah,
And
no,
watching us break
I
it.
feel like it was kind of Old West Cowboy style, a little bit more than I'd
Yeah,
like to see.
It's a small team. I mean, like we had a lot of people complaining in the guild, and my explanation to them was like, if you want a proper VR MMO, it costs millions of dollars. They
Yeah.
don't have millions of
No,
dollars.
they've
Well,
done a
they
lot
have-
for what
they
they
have-
had.
Citizen is
All right,
insane.
It's time
you
for me
done
to
the
read dialogue
calculation
from
of it?
Helga. All right, Helga Sorrow. Obviously, she is the world boss. She's the final boss of Orbis.
Talk like she has a cold.
And look
She
at
looks like
these
she has a
hips.
cold.
Look at these hips. Like, I knew I was in love with her the moment I saw that she had a nose.
Andor, you have to do a sultry fox, but with a cold.
With a cold.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
your
it's a
red
red
nose,
nose.
with a cold.
No. I get to play Helga
Love
the way I
nose.
want to play Helga
Raw.
because she's mine.
Is she your waifu in this game?
I don't know. It's like
the
she's
Gandora waifu.
she's the
Helga is best girl.
yeah. She's my best girl. I'll go with that. All right. So let's see here.
Pretty much what the waifu is.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry, but I don't really have time to talk right now. I'm very busy. Helga Sara of the Explorers League? Why, yes, I am. Always nice to meet a fan. What's your name? I'm of the Betrayal Knights. Ooh, show off. Oh, fancy title. I like it. And how can the Explorers League be of service to the Knights of Betrayal? Did you hear that last part? Yeah, that was for me. All right. I've come to ask that the League help us fight. Less than you. I'm flattered. I truly am, and I would gladly offer the Explorers League support. We are no friends of the Order. Those pious priests keep forbidding all of the most exciting pagan ruins from being explored. It's really quite annoying. However, I'm in the middle of something here, and my fellow adventurers and I can't leave until it's sorted. Oh, what will a girl do? Can I help? Boop. Why, perhaps you can, my hero! My colleagues and I have been exploring the Tredu ruins for some time now, and just recently we've stumbled upon something amazing. A door from ancient times! A door? I like doors. Helga, tell me more about this door. No, not just any door. This is the door of Issa design. Do you know what this means? No, I don't. The ancient race were here on the frontier, just like me. Oh my. Perhaps their empire stretched even down into the Lamorva itself. I don't know. Tell me more. Continue. We can only know the truth about the lost race by finding out what's on the other side of that door. Figure out how to get us inside. Then we're all yours for a time. No. I want you forever, Helga. Forever. You can't just end it
now that
for a
it's
time.
off, I know why you love her.
Goodbye. Oh, come on, Helga. I needed more! More! All right, let's go.
Brilliant.
But yeah, obviously I've been having some fun.
Shakespearean
Oh my. Is it only because a man's reading what a woman should be saying?
I'm not even gonna touch that one.
I could say some things.
There's
That would be
nothing
really
funny
funny,
I could
but
say
very
that would-
offensive.
Very offensive.
Agreed.
Alright, so Ray Jinx, where were you? Where were you, buddy? You were talking about all the awesomeness and glory and wonder that is awesomeness and glory and wonder, right? Did I hit it on the nail? I mean the head of the nail? Alright, this is literally the hardest challenge in the entire fucking game.
Which one is it?
The stupid cogs.
The gears?
Oh, the cogwheel.
Goddamn stupid.
Which, again, another missed opportunity. Why didn't we go inside
I'm gonna have to
door?
like crawl on the ground to get it because my stupid thing. Alright, here we go. On the ground. Come on. There you go. I got it. Oh. There.
You
Go.
throw your pickaxe. And
Ugh. Throw it and then yeah. No, it just pops back too fast. There we go. I'm literally on my hands and knees. Thank you, game. Let's see here. I'm gonna do it all wrong. I always do it all wrong. No. And then the best part is there's one stuck back here. Last I checked. No, is it not there?
Really?
No, I guess they moved it. What drove me crazy, right, is we solve this puzzle and we don't go
Didn't
in.
the door.
Right? Like, this is what should have been the Tradu Mines.
It absolutely should have.
Like, oh, alright, there's one more cog over there. Then I can stand up. Sorry if you guys can't see me, but I'm on my hands and knees on the floor. So just give me a second. This is as close as I've
One
gotten
more.
to sitting in quite a while, so.
Where the heck is the last one?
There you guys, over there. Oh. Alright, oh,
Ray
that's.
Jinx.
Oh, God. Ugh.
Reminisce. Give us some
Yeah,
nostalgia.
give us some good nostalgia, bro.
Did he leave? Yeah.
What? He
Oh,
did?
he left. He left, man.
We didn't. It was too much
Made
for
him
him. It was too much for him. He was getting all hot and
Yeah,
bothered
he
by
was
Helga,
going on.
just like me. I think this one's not bad. Oh God, you guys are gonna have to advise me on my terribleness here. But yeah, so
Okay,
I mean,
you're
consider the fact that
All these gears are binding.
even though we're obviously very different groups, we're
There we go.
we're still interacting in a positive way with Nova, right? Like the kind of interactions we've seen between groups are pretty significant, right? Like get people playing together that you normally wouldn't really see, and like like the creation of player groups is pretty common in this game when you consider that like how few people are actually playing this game actively.
Yeah. Oh, I think part of that is, I mean, we ran into all the issues with just the people coming in, the content getting old, etc. But I think what's really kind of, held them back from a performance standpoint is just they need to get somebody who's good at low level, like networking and all, like everything that needs to be done, like a real expert. You talk about, having a proper VR MMO needing millions and millions of dollars. This is the, I think their team could do it. I think they just need an expert level person.
Yeah, they just need some help in that regard. But I'm just talking about how it's been able to create these communities of gamers. Like this, we're not the only case, right? Okay, I'm just gonna have to take all my shit off my belt. Just pull that off. And so I've been impressed by its ability, and I think it's really just the fact that it's properly using the medium, right? Like so many games have focused not around the way you interact with other players as much, right? Like that's a really important part of this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of VR games are kind of having issues with that too, because you think about it, like what other VR games, especially ones that are supposed to be kind of like an MMO style, have like a good messaging system, be able to message people back and forth and all that. I know they tried to do that with some of the messaging system and the little messages here and there, but you know, that still needs to be worked on and just fine-tuned.
All right, you guys are gonna
Yeah,
have to
I
help
can.
me here.
The
You guys
friends list and whatnot.
I don't even know
I
where
don't-
that other cog went. There it is.
I
It
can't
might
enjoy
be
games
inside
with
of a
work
thing, inside of a
friends.
book, or inside the
Oh,
ground.
there's one right here, bud. There's one in this pile of rocks.
No, I got that. I just saw it and it got kicked away by my dragon. I'm gonna have to put my dragon away too. Yeah, the dragon hit it and it just like flew across the screen back there.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay.
And then you gotta, you know, another thing that was kind of interesting about this game is it showed you kind of being able to like putting your face through a wall in VR and teleporting somewhere. You know, it's kind of.
Yeah. Well, and like, I don't know. Yeah, those what you were mentioning before of doing like big raids like that, like where you kill the world bosses and such. That was a different experience for me. Like leading over 100 people into battle, like it felt fucking real, right? Like I had never felt that way in a game. Where I was actually leading a full battalion. Holy shit! Okay, we need to clip this.
That's an impressive number, man.
I need to clip this because I don't ever want to have to remember this again. No one should have to remember this.
Yeah, but it'll be gone.
I don't care. It's still
And
gonna.
you know what's gonna happen? He's gonna reuse this puzzle, and it's actually gonna open the door.
Exactly. So. Alright, there we go.
You know, and you think, okay,
What's this one called? This one was the main story.
Cog?
Loyalty of the League.
Hey, Truth, is that a legit Frost 3?
Loyalty of the League.
Always legit. Always legit.
Always legit Frost 3.
Loyalty of the League. Lazy man's out for future reference, if applicable. This is a terrible name for a clip, but you know, now I'm gonna know.
Clip it.
Clip it. It's clipped.
Clip it. Telling y'all, we could make a rival MMO to Orbis.
Yeah, you want?
We just need time.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I can't even convince you to play any games with me, Hex.
I'm moving, man.
You ain't got no time. Are you still moving? You've been talking about that shit forever.
We settle in December.
So you settle in December. That means you could have just had your rig up this whole time.
No, because you gotta show the house, man.
No,
It's
but
like
you already sold it. Now you can just set it up again. That takes one day.
Yeah, but then I don't have towers for my.
Oh,
my,
you're so lazy.
Yeah, I mounted them into the
You
walls.
could just play a regular game with me.
I know, but yeah, we could do
I
it
mean, I'll talk to you guys later.
Alright, good night, Eric. You have fun.
Man.
later. I got Black Ops. I
I'll
got.
stay and keep the lurk.
I gotta get you in Star Citizen with me. I need more people on my turrets.
Oh, dang.
Show them how to do the shootings.
Alright, here we go. Helga Saro. She's got more
you got
juicy
Melissa?
tidbits for us.
Bunch of slackers.
I can't believe it! We can now open a room that hasn't been entered for thousands of years. Oh, I've dreamed about this ever since I was a little girl. Thank you. Thank you. Continue. And a promise is a promise. Give me a few days to catalog my findings here, after which I will journey to the Midlands to prepare for the upcoming battles. Ooh. Oh, and before I forget, take this, a little something for helping me out. Oh, really? I get a keepsake, Helga? I get a keepsake? Let's see what it was. What is it? Oh, did she give me anything? She's got another explanation. Alright, let's see here. It's a question mark. Explorer's Leech badge. It doesn't even have an icon? Come on.
75%
That's like 4, 10,
Okay. Alright, one more. Helga? I've been uncovering some weird stories in these ruins. Tales of a great war between the Issessa and themselves? Or the Starspawn? It's hard to explain. The words used could mean several different things. What could it mean, oh big strong warrior? Anyways, the hieroglyphs on the walls suggest something of great importance from that war that is hidden in the forbidden temple of Merkathu Kalam. Kalam! North from here in the Betrayal Rainforest. If you want to help, I could use your skills in uncovering whatever it is. Oh, Helga, I'll do anything for those hips. Anything.
They don't lie.
Oh. The number of times you come out to this spot and there's like 6 dudes all just like fondling this NPC, you know they did a good job with her. Like comparatively, she like has the most like feature. Like so, when you look at the new Orbis Reborn, they've done a lot better work with the character design. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so now. Where are you, Veratis Truth? Or are you muted? Did you have to go do grown-up stuff?
Never muted.
Never muted, especially when
Never
having
muted.
important conversations. Were you on that quest, or which one are you on? I now have all
Dude,
of
I'm
mine. I just gotta go talk
I have
to
to slay-
Marcos.
I have to slay the green clothed man, and I have to collect the death
Dude.
by slaying the sword of Matt. You want us to come slay this?
Oh, I'll slay this sort of Matt with you. I just did that before this. Alright, we can do that.
Sweet.
You get to teleport us, because I don't have any more reagents.
Alright, that's gonna be that stupid green lady forest, right?
Yeah, he's pretty hard, though.
He is. I was almost able to take him down.
Okay.
myself,
Alright, sure. We can do that.
He's pretty hard though. Diamond 8. Diamond 8. Here we go. Oh, I should have gone to Lakewood Inn. I forgot. It's by Tinny's house. It's by Tinny's house.
Tinny.
Actually,
Oh, Tinny. Oh, wow, wow. Ah, I just leaned too far back. Alright, where are we? What's happening?
come back down the stairs.
Oh, you're already at the point. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a good spot. But yeah, I'm hopeful that that we'll have more titles like this. I do like that this is a little bit more like mythical feeling. And they stole a lot of ideas from some of my favorite RPGs, so that works too.
Yeah.
Do you not have the key yet?
Yeah,
Yeah, I do, yeah.
They kind of have this whole
I'm an idiot.
whole
I'm an idiot.
steampunky but mythic, world with magic. They've got some machines going on, but not like a lot.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Yeah.
like
Mounts.
Yeah, no, it feels
Lots of
really like I have always really loved the games that felt like I was a knight or a mage or right like that it was more in the dark ages, so I could feel really smart in a world like that.
Okay, the thing is, are we both mages? Okay,
Yeah, we are.
so those will be fun in the sun.
But yeah, I like the Final Fantasy series is one that I've always loved because it mixes that old school and new school kind of feel. Where
Oh shoot!
you have swords and magic and you have weird technology that's usually like a hybridization of things. Yeah. All right, I need to heal up. I'll just let you. The way we'll work this is you go ahead and pull aggro first, and then we'll be able to go through them a little bit faster.
Okay.
I don't know. I honestly, just the last couple months I've only been opening up to the idea of shooters, and I think a lot of that did come down to playing the VR shooters is just so much more engaging. I feel like my skills from the military actually kind of transfer over. Like, I've actually...
which shooters outside of Arizona Sunshine have you been playing?
I've got Pavlov now. I got that last night, and I have had Onward for a little while. So, like yesterday, we were playing Pavlov and Onward almost all day.
Yeah.
And that
I think
I prefer Onward because of its slightly more realism. right? Like one of the
Yeah.
things I like about
Hold on, let me hit with a frost read.
VR is that it can be more skill based. But I can definitely
Oh,
see
man.
where it's fun
It
to.
is good.
I think also, well, you know, we were talking about how
All right, focus on this dude.
you have the difficulty of the what is it? The
Okay,
difficulty
you can try them. Oh shoot.
of dungeons and whatnot in this game. I think part of that is also because there's definitely a huge physical aspect to it. I mean, you look at originally like
He's up,
power
he's up,
leveling.
he's up.
Well, even before they put in the skill sets in Onward,
Oh, don't let me die.
leveling a warrior and Gandora, I mean,
Oh.
it's just insane.
Yeah, no, I mean it really. You have people physically injuring themselves on a regular basis too. Like,
Yeah, like hitting shit in their rooms and then like
I've
you know,
straight up punched the wall many times. Like,
shoulder injuries.
I remember like over here I've got a big glass whiteboard and I punched the metal like backing piece and like I wasn't able to play VR for a couple of days after that. It's good and roughed up.
Yeah, I mean, even just normal leveling, I'd play my warrior every 3 days, you know, because you just get so damn sore from the repeated motion of getting the combos and everything.
Hey, Ragings, can you come help us? We need help.
So like,
we gotta
when
kill this dude.
Talk about.
Is he still on?
Yeah, he's watching the
it's
show.
true. It's like you know, people get tired.
See if I can trick them into coming in.
Wow, whatever. They get like really physically tired in this game.
Oh, let me unlock my door. I think I already did. Nope. Yeah, no, like this really genuinely will wear me down. And I always got my 10,000 steps in if I was playing Orbis. Every time. There was no way I could like avoid it.
Nice.
And then, you know, I stopped playing it, and honestly, some days I'll get like 2,000 steps. I'm like, holy shit, I'm a lazy slob. I'm like, did I even get out of bed today? Right?
Man.
Somehow, maybe I'll do an arcane blast after you hit the sort of map. Just so that.
Yeah, maybe that'll work. Maybe if you put you put something on him, and then do an arcane blast, right? Because if you put that on, oh, you don't have that yet. Neither do I. Oh, I just hit 15. I need to grab that ability real quick. Yeah, and we may just have to get you up a little bit. This is
Promises.
promises. Well, it's okay as long as he doesn't have his camera on stream. Games can get him as hard as he needs to. Alright, let me check my abilities here on the talent tree. Alright, so I've got shared streak, and then
oh, fail. I have selfish streak though.
yeah, runic speed, because obviously I only cast like 2 spells, so there's no way I'm doing runic diversity. Frost fireball, frost fireball. Nah, I still love it. Let's do this.
I'll kill the noobs that come out of here. Oh shoot.
Alright, focus. Focus. Murder.
Yeah.
Murder. I'm scared.
Die. Die.
Just kill him.
Why don't you die?
I'm just gonna band-aid myself. Man, I would kill for an ability to cast while moving.
Yeah.
Kill him. Kill him. Take
I'm
aggro.
trying to put dots on him.
Just kill him.
Oh,
Part of that issue is the way the spell system works. But I like it. You gonna
Yeah. No, but
where we're gonna
but
draw spells.
yeah, but I mean, you could create a plane that fixes the spells around you more locally.
You
There's-
can put like a box around you to do it.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
totally doable to say that you're basically drawing on a surface.
You can
and
lock
stuff.
it to your head. You can just lock it to your head.
Yeah, it's just a mode
So
switch.
as long as
So
you're-
it's totally doable. It's just a choice as to whether or not. Like, I think it'd be really cool to have a skill on the talent tree, maybe like a level 30 skill, that lets you change it to, instead of being fixed to the world map, that it's fixed to your local map.
Use your mount.
No, I won't use my mount. I want reagents. I gotta kill these little... Did you just hit me with a spell?
Yes.
It's such a
Why
bad,
not?
bad man. Oh, I love when people don't realize that you have to be in the wilds to get PvP'd and they're like totally terrified. Like when we used to do the whole like killing EK and Nox up in the woods, and I would come down and do my usual come and help noobs out thing, and they would all be like, "Don't talk to him, he's a bad guy, his name's Red."
Oh yeah.
Like, no, I killed bad guys. And they're like, "Don't believe him, he's tricking you." But like, actually, the funniest one was, I went up, I did not realize my in-game mic was muted, so I was sitting there talking to him, and they were having a whole conversation about whether or not I was evil, and I didn't realize they couldn't hear me the whole time. Right? And so I was just like ominous as fuck. Like, just standing there, like, they don't know whether or not I'm gonna kill them. And they're like, it says Super Friends, he's probably friendly. And we're like, are you retarded? It's ironic.
He's not super friendly at all.
I just thought it was so funny. Like, literally, that's one of the things that someone said. Look at his name, he's not super friendly at all. Oh man, I was like, what is going on? Why are they just ignoring everything I say? Oh, check my mic. Hey guys, do you need help?
They just don't trust you. Don't trust you.
It was funny. That was a good day. If I'd been streaming, it would have been clipped for sure.
Oh man, there's.
How did you just miss with a fireball too? Yeah, no, but like now at least, you know, like whenever I'm playing, we'll be streaming and we're gonna have it memory-wise. Alright, you better kill him before I die, or I'm gonna be bitchy. Thank you. You get to draw aggro, Veritas. Hey, at least I'm honest about how things are gonna roll.
Yeah. Oh man, my life. Oh, I was like, oh, this guy. The light here is completely unfair.
It'll be interesting to see how the whole in-game politics works. I think that the fact that it's such a small team, it's was really a problem to have too much micromanaging from the devs.
Oh man, there's nothing I can do about it. Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I felt like that was a big.
There's a lot of stuff where technology could have definitely made up for it.
Yeah. Like
the auction house versus
do we see a bug menu?
No.
Right? No, but we got this thing to buy stuff in game now. But this whole time, like when we were having problems, Riley sent me a personal email saying I should tell you guys all his emails so we could send the air logs to him. I'm like, dude, just put it in the game. Spend like a couple hours in your dev cycle and make your life so much less miserable, right? Like I really want to help them, right? But like also, whenever you get in trouble for reporting something, that gets rid of it too. But you just got to make it easy, right?
I'll do a long distance aggro.
Right. Well, not only that, but yeah, the politics of also the people were like, oh, I'm just gonna report this because I think it's you know the self-righteous people on the forums saying, oh, I saw people going through a wall and I don't think they should go through the walls.
Oh man,
even though it really didn't affect gameplay.
All right, let's run. Let's run.
Oh, you guys are on these. This was a fun part of the quest.
Get. Just run harder. Stop being lame. Don't be lame, Veritas. We can do this, but you gotta not aggro things that are actually difficult. Alright, we gotta clear these guys out.
But I think just automatically adding something that would allow people to send their own error logs with a push button. I mean, it's not like they don't have the technology to do it.
We all instinctively go there initially when we encounter something, trying to report it.
Yeah.
Like, and it could just take a screen cap of your current in-game state, and you could type up a little bit of something, and then you're good to go. Like,
Just died already.
and they could tie it into their bug tracker,
Yes, sir.
assuming they have one. I hope to God they have one.
Well, they
And it-
certainly have
Yeah,
a solid
sometimes.
QA functionality.
Yeah, that's all of us.
That's all of us.
We are QA.
We are QA.
Oh, is he bugged? Oh, I'm very happy.
I think was it Raging Sustain.
Speaking of QA, here we go.
Get it. If you look at how many copies of the game they sold,
You
I
hold
mean,
me still for a couple seconds.
they should have a couple $1 million to bring people on by now, which I assume is happening. What's going on with Reborn?
Yeah,
Kite
it's
him,
just,
kite him.
I can't. I died.
Oh, you.
We need one more.
You need a warrior.
I mean, I'm level 5 on my warrior. I could just
My only next highest is an archer.
Here.
I think that's how I met all of you, Gendor. Was I was leveling my warrior, and you had a group of like 12 people trying to take down.
And they were all mages.
They were all mages trying to take down that one. What was it? The assassination quest dude or something like that.
All right.
No way.
I'm bringing out Gandora.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
I was
the
like
big guy,
probably
baby.
level 12 or 13 on my warrior, and I just show up and I was like, oh wow, and they're like, hey, can you tank this for? I'm like, hell yeah! I felt like a superhero showing up and like tanking for like 13.
Yeah, no, it's just like we don't have a tanky personality as a fellowship, right? We're very we'll just call it magey.
Magey.
Yeah.
That's because being a mage is so much physically less demanding on your body than being the warrior is.
Well, plus we were all just like really into that mechanic, right? Like, and so having someone who actually liked being a tank was a big deal.
It's true. I think there's a lot of stuff that, even in the current state of the game, that the tank kind of just misses out on, with regards to utilizing the shield and maybe like shield bash mechanics.
I really love tank. Obviously, that became my main, but I had to learn to kind of embrace the tankiness within. Like at the end of the day, I play a mage like a tank, and so I just didn't realize that's what.
Yeah, I'll play aggro.
That's what I was inside.
Right? Yeah. No, I had to figure that out by playing it. All right, I'm trying to get this stupid thing to teleport me, and I'm getting worse and worse at maging as the night goes on. Or maybe I'm just trying to stay in character as Gandora. I was so stubborn about the mage class with Gandora. I was like, no, this is my main. I'm getting all the way to level 20. I don't care how many of you fuckers say I should just be a tank. It's like the ultimate insult in the game is you should just be a tank.
Dark Civet.
You should be a tank, man.
Dark Civet, save us.
No, what was it?
Here, I'm here, man. I'm coming, Veritas. Where are you?
Was the leveling system that they had. It was like, oh hey, cool, we can do some stupid shit and have some fun to level our fishermen, but we got to do mob pulls to do it, and that was extremely fun to do.
This is part of the quest, 3-story quest line.
Where are you, Veritas? Are you still in here? Where are you? Get back
No,
here.
probably not.
Get back here. Veritas,
Oh, Gandora's here.
where are you?
Are you here with Dark Civet?
No, I'm just here. Where are you?
Oh, dang it. Oh, don't kill me. Dang it. Don't kill me.
Alright, party. I need to get you on my friends list.
Oh yeah, good idea.
I do like here's a case, right? Where like clearly something should have been automated. I 2 times I've had to reach out. Oh wait, no, I'm in your old party now. We both hit accept. That's a funny situation. Just send me an invite.
Bug. Another bug.
Error checking.
All right. We were just switching parties simultaneously. That's pretty entertaining. All right. So the case is, if your message queue fills up too much,
Nice.
you literally can't send or receive messages. And twice I've gotten to the point where I had so many messages in my message history that no one was able to send or receive, even including like the LFG type thing. and I had to personally email Riley to fix it. Easier. And he's like, "Yeah, this happens to a couple people." He's just like, 1 second. So he went in the database and deleted my entire message history directly. He had to go into the database and delete it. Like, that kind of silliness. All right.
Select all messages from...
Yeah, from Gandora. Or to Gandora and delete them. Right, like, that was hilarious. Okay, so that was a moment of digression from my true purpose, which is to get you up.
Are you back in High Step with you?
Nope.
Okay, I'm going there now to finish my quest.
I've been waiting to get you up.
I know. This whole time. I've been waiting for the longest time to get you up.
In Orbis.
Yeah, no, man, it's great to have you on the channel. We haven't been able to chat like this in a long while, man.
Oh yeah, man. Once I get my house moved in, I'll be able to set up my new VR room. It's gonna be fantastic. Oh. And then I graduate from college.
Ooh, you're ready to graduate, hey?
I'll be a done DG. Done graduated.
All right, so let's see here. I need to go turn in this piece here, but if you're pretty close to me, I can help you with the next part as well. Though the Ancestors' Bones piece is pretty much a solo event. Okay. That you do on your own. But you're only level 13. We should be getting you a little bit higher before you do that, man.
Now I have to talk with the Rune Ward.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to go through. It was hard to go through there at level 15. So
yeah, you can teleport to the top of it.
I know, but then you have to go back. I guess the place that you go to is like right next to where you go at the graveyard, but you have to wander through and follow the thing. Right. So that was pretty tough.
I don't think I'd be able to do that with.
You want to go slay some worms real quick in the desert or something?
Just kind of go there anyways.
Pop up your level. Yeah, maybe we can kill the green dude.
Yeah.
Give it another go, because if we can get you a level or two and me at least one level, then we'll be able to just. Or if we can just trick a level 20 who's walking by into helping us, you know, that's the way to do it. Once you're up at level 20, you probably don't have anything else to do here other than help noobs out, so or kill them.
Or level your other classes up to level 20.
Well, I know, but most of the people we know, at least, they already have all their classes level 20.
They have done that.
Yeah, they did that. Now they're just looking for noobs to trick into going into the wild, so they don't have to farm. There you go, yeah. Fisherman doesn't count. Fisherman doesn't count.
Why would you nerf that? Why would you say no?
I don't know. There were people who had some seriously strong feelings about it.
I feel like it's a glitch. No, it was fun. It was so fun to do body pulls.
Oh yeah, I missed out on it, right? Like I know you and JR got really into it, and I was like, I did like 1 or 2 times.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely like, but you can turn in quests for it. How's it fucking different, right? Like the fact is, people are playing, but the people who were really active in the chats or in the forums, you know, the way this game has been developed has become very political, and so one of the reasons I had to I don't participate in the forums anymore. I had to back away from that because I can't be like having my wife tell me I have to put my phone away while I'm like freaking driving because I'm pissed off about something. Right? Like it's just like I was starting to take this shit way too serious. Like and like you know, it was a big part of our lives this year. right? And
It really
That's
was.
true.
like, it's
I can't believe
understandable that it has that effect on you. Where are we going, dude?
Desert.
Then what? Are we just walking there? Is this even the way to the desert?
Hello, wayward travelers.
Pretty-
I mean,
I just
the
love that. You can like
council-
walk by people who are just like, yeah, the Council of Elrond.
Council of Elrond, all the major guilds coming together, and it's just kind of funny. And I get it. I get people want to be like, "Oh, I'm so good at this game," whatever. But it's like it doesn't have to be your life, you know. And some people just took this game way too
We
seriously.
can teleport there. I can teleport us there.
Yeah.
I have 4 rune agents.
I have one reagent.
FH, right? That gives us
Yeah.
the Chthonic ruins.
Fucking heat. We can kill some cucumbers.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I had to step back and just kind of focus on the important parts, which
Come on,
was
do it.
which was us, right? Like
Do it.
the Super Friends itself, outside of any game experience, was
Totally.
the most important thing that really came from it, and we all put a lot of our heart and soul into that. And so,
And it's still going.
Yeah.
Albeit, no matter what you got as far as experience wise, it's just going and
yeah,
flourishing.
no, but it had to change as the circumstances of its creation changed, right? And that was a big growing experience for me as a leader. Just trying to figure out how do I keep people engaged even though the game itself, for the most part, has died, right? Like,
Yeah.
Right.
and I think an opportunity that I failed at really was to clearly establish to the group's leadership that like I'm trying to figure out how to make sure everyone knows it's okay if you're playing a game that I don't feel like playing as the leader, right? And
Right.
and like establishing that our individual upstanding members like yourself and Truth and Bud can run events in a game that even I don't have, and that I'm not going to get pissy about it, right? Like,
Right.
chances are I'm just going to buy the game and play with you guys, but
Yeah.
like, I think we're getting a lot better about that. It's just a growing experience
Oh, what about-
as our org changes the way it approaches things.
You know what game we should play one of these days? You ever heard of Sven Co-op?
No.
It's a Half-Life mod. It's
Ooh,
free.
ouch.
It's on Steam, and it's super fun. It's all co-op,
Okay.
and it's like you have to go and just go through the level, and each level has kind of like a mini story, but not really. It's just kind of you zerg through the content. And it's just kind of super fun to mindlessly play.
Nice. Yeah, and so
Yeah.
like an example would be like that'd be a perfect thing for you to like set up and run, and I would totally participate. But like I don't know that it was really clear the way we set things out that was something that was cool or expected, right? And
Yeah.
so what it became was either Gandora's playing it or go somewhere else, and that was never really my intention, right? But so I
Everybody
think
do what Gandora's doing.
I've had to do a lot of messaging in the last couple months, in particular, around that, just to make it clear that like it's totally okay if you still love Orbis, right? Like, and I still love Orbis, obviously. It's just like, dude, I did my 550 hours and I needed a fucking break.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude,
Like,
it's insane.
and yeah, my hope was that we could create a group that can kind of
Those are just greenies.
live past games. Yeah, I just like killing things. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm addicted to murder. This is a socially acceptable way to get it out of my system.
Yes, yes. It is.
FERN. Bringing back bad memories.
What?
That'll happen this year.
FER? Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I'm like, what runes are those? Oh, fuck you. Yeah, that'll be back. But you know, like, I think we've got a pretty strong stance on how to handle it, and that our group, it's pretty clear that our values don't tolerate drama, right? Like, that's
Oh, we made that pretty clear, I think.
I don't know. Again, your voice acting was pretty dramatic.
you know what I mean.
Talking to you, Hex.
I love the flair. I love being excited. I love. We can even argue and have strong opinions, but at the end of the day, even if we were fighting for the last hour about two different perspectives on something, we're still friends, right? And we're still cool. It's not a big fucking deal if we disagree on something. But if you're at a point where you're actually throwing like real genuine hatred and like taking it more seriously than you should take a game, then you've gone too deep, and you need to reevaluate the way you're looking at your gaming experience, in my opinion, right? Like, I'm obviously very serious about gaming, but I have to keep myself grounded so that I can keep a family, and I can keep my job, and I can have friends that aren't necessarily playing that same game, right? Like,
especially if you're self-employed as you are, sir.
Exactly. Like, I can't stream all day. I don't make enough money to justify it. The money I'm going to make from streaming, at least for now, until we get a larger audience and stuff, it's only can really offset a small amount of the cost of just gaming alone.
Right.
Right. And so that's just the reality that I face. And also, I face the reality that Veritas took us to the completely wrong spot, and now we have to wander all the way to where the cucumbers are.
That's true.
But that's okay. We're making a little bit of experience on the way. We're just going to have to suck it up and kill these greens. They're green for me, at least.
Princess.
But yeah, like,
What the?
you know, we definitely started to forget that towards the end, and we were playing a little harder in this game than probably was good for our health and sanity, right? But it became really important to some individuals to be the best, and that isn't really what we're about, right? And so,
Oh no.
I love that we have players that are the best in certain areas, and I love competition and what it brings out, but like, we don't need to play till 2 a.m. every day just so we can do rollover stuff, right?
Yeah.
We burnt ourselves out on that
so
pretty hard.
They should have thought about that. Like, they should have been like, hey, maybe we should put it at noon.
Yeah, but I mean, like, or maybe rollovers should be dependent on the last time you did it, right? But
yeah,
right.
I think
Yeah, that's true.
I think they definitely could have done it. I mean, rollover at a different time. I think early in the AM East Coast time is pretty standard, especially
If you do it that way, then you can go in, do one dungeon, and then you don't have to wait around and be like, how can we waste the next hour waiting for a rollover, right?
Yeah,
Right.
but then it just became this gear grind, and there wasn't much other content to do. It was really cool to like get better at doing the content and to be able to like really push ourselves to the limit. But then it turned into these crazy arguments where people were fighting about over here, Veritas.
Oh, where you going?
Let's just grab one cucumber at a time from over here.
Cucumber. Watch out for that elite dude over there.
Yeah. Come here, little cukie. They're red for me, so figure they're stars for you probably, right?
Oh man.
We got this shit.
Lag is just murdering you to death.
But yeah, so I'm trying to be better about that. You notice I'm not playing until 2 a.m. on the regular, and
Oh.
a little bit more casual about it. It's just like we play together every single day. We probably don't have to stay up till the middle of the night every day. Of course, I'm Pacific time, so it's still probably pretty late for some of the Easterners. But considering that we were going till 2 or 3 a.m. my time, that means like it was like 7 a.m. for some people that were playing. That's just cray, right?
Good Lord, yeah, no. I could do 3, maybe 4 some days, but I mean, and now I've shifted my job to a new position, so I got to get up a little earlier too.
Yeah. I have pretty flexible schedule running my own dev teams, but they still have meetings at 8 in the morning. So I was just like, I didn't have that before. Congrats,
Yeah.
level 14. Where am I?
Yeah.
Ooh, I got a while before I hit 16. You'll probably hit 15 before I hit 16.
It's possible.
All right, back up. Around here. But yeah, no, I think that like we hadn't really set boundaries the way we should, and it's just a lot of growing experiences that we had. I've never run a guild or fellowship before, and the only experiences I'd ever had before in these kind of things had been pretty negative. They'd been groups that like wouldn't even let you participate in a raid unless you spent like 3 weeks making potions, right? And you guys know how I feel about crafting and potions and shit. So obviously I didn't get to participate in any of that.
Well, think of think of the amount of money that we spent trying to from like a game standpoint, a game design standpoint. You had the whole community aspect that was the shops, and so going to the shops, you had only so many people that had a certain amount of money in game that could afford to bid on the shops. Well, then you had those people selling the ingredients to do the potions, and everybody else who was low and ranged, either farming to get materials, which just took forever, or farming for Dram to buy the potion.
Oh,
and then the potions are just like required to go do in any.
Looks like you got
shard
some good
dungeon,
pathing errors there.
Yeah, six and above.
the economy in the game is crazy. Now they actually have potions that are dropping, right? Like, I would much rather have potions drop. Like, I do not like making potions. I don't like the way the game mechanic works. I always mess it up. I don't like collecting ingredients and doing that. Like, I may eventually open up to it, but like, I love that people like doing that. It's just like the same thing with Star Citizen, right? There's plenty of people who do not want to mine, do not want to trade, and then there's people who don't want to fight.
Right.
But like having a game economy that allows for both of those choices is nice. And I feel like in this case, you do have that, right? Like if you want to make potions, you're going to make money. Or friends.
Right.
Right.
Well, I think part of it is you just need to have not just potions, but what is it? You need to have the ability for people just that aren't a part of any like super rich guilds to be able to sell their potions outside of just
like
sitting there
having
and
markets that you have to bid on for huge amounts and you have to manage it for a whole month. It cuts out almost everyone from running a market.
Yeah.
Right.
And the best you can do is be a town crier and be like, I got reagents, give me money.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Like which is something you see happening, but like it's
And
not something that most people feel comfortable with.
Right, and we always consistently, like, Super Friends had enough money to have, a stall. So, I mean, we were in the position to have a stall.
Yeah.
And I still feel like people were getting gypped, and that's one of the reasons, like, the economy really affects the outcome of how people stay and how they make money, how they continue to play the game, even in the late game. I think one of the things missed was a opportunity to buy and sell weapons and weapon crafting. For God's sakes! Oh my
man.
God!
If there was weapon crafting, I would totally do it. Like something in a township tale, I love to do. I love making weapons in it, right? Like it's really fun, and it could be a much simplified version of what they're doing there, and still enjoyable. Like I always made armor and weapons. I've just always hated potions. So for me particularly, I'm not going to do that. I just don't like potions. I only begrudgingly take them. And it's just like it's not part of the way I normally consider it. I don't like consumables, right? I like permanent things that I can craft once and they can benefit me for a while.
Right. And the potions just I don't feel like lasted long enough.
Yeah, like
for what
especially like the speed potion was like 30 seconds. I'm like, yay.
Yeah.
Like, if I knew that I might need a speed potion for this circumstance and I had it on me, I should have just prepared better. Right, like clearly I knew that I was making a mistake coming there in the first place. Why would I waste one of the most expensive potions? Right, and like those kind of things were only used basically for nefarious purposes.
Right.
Right, like you didn't use them when you were being a good boy trying to beat the game. You used it specifically to be a jackass in the wilds.
Not only that, but the amount of aging that you had to do and the whole time system.
Yeah.
But it was
It's really
definitely
cool too. Like I don't mind it, and lots of people love it. So I'm not saying to get rid of it. I'm just saying that the economy
Add more.
needs to.
it
You
needs
need to
more.
support every player participating in the economy. Not just the rich people. Like you can have the stall concept, but you also have to augment that with the idea that an individual can actually sell something. And then more stuff in the economy really helps it feel like you can contribute, especially if you had like crafting that was skill based, and you would have like make it really hard to do some of the higher level quality type things so that someone could be an artisan craftsman in the game.
Right.
I need you to kill it.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, bro.
Bruh.
That was close.
Close.
Right. That would be really cool. You could have someone who like basically the main thing they do is build armor. Right? That's their favorite thing to do, and they sell it. And
I mean, we're kind of talking about Sword Art Online almost, you know?
yeah, but I mean, think about it. This is the natural direction towards something like that.
It's true.
I mean, Sword Art Online is basically a VR game that happened to have a fatal flaw of potentially killing you. Right? But at the end of the day, it's essentially the same platform that we're describing. Well,
Right. I think it's one of those things where you have so many established MMOs with so many different things. People just want the crafting like you got in
I keep getting so
Tales.
close, bro.
People want to swing the hammers. They want to create armor. They want to create weapons.
Man, that would be fun.
Have a simplified version of gear.
Just interacting properly, right? Like feeling like you're truly doing these things.
Right.
It's one of the big draws to these titles. No.
And then, being able to, I get the whole, I don't feel like I'm doing, like, I get, people making potions. I think potions, you follow the recipe, but I think it kind of takes too long, and I think the time systems take
Damn
too
it, you're
long.
just always in the way. Come on,
I think you
Veritas.
should be able to have something where you're like, okay, I need this stuff, and I'm going to combine it, and I can have it. I'm going to take this recipe stuff, and I need to combine it in a certain order. And I can do that however fast I want. I don't want to be sitting here and waiting for stuff to change color.
Yeah.
But-
I don't mind. Like, if there's a way for me to get potions other than to buy them, like, even if it's taking on challenging bosses, like the fact that they drop now, that helped get rid of my only complaint, right? It's like, I felt like I
didn't realize that potions started dropping in Orbis now.
Yeah, they started dropping from, like, sharks. Whoa! Shit. Hey, Jacob Toggy. Thanks for the bits. Oh, man. He just...
Like, what?
No. He just shot me with 100 biddies. Thanks, buddy. How you doing? It does a jump scare like gunshot sound, and so he tends to he tends to wait until it's real quiet and there's no reason in fuck that I would actually be hearing a gunshot. So.
True.
Oh, okay. What you up to, man?
Dang it. Oh, failure.
Sorry. It does its job. It totally throws me the hell off. I'm pretty sure he's managed to kill me at least once that way. So I'm like, good show, buddy. Good show. Whee! But yeah, no, I think feeling like you're not restricted from experiencing certain parts of the game just because you don't like a particular element of it is really important when you want to bring in more diverse groups. Gotcha. So just hanging out, buddy?
I'm bringing some more here.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
you are. Fuck that noise.
Oh,
You go ahead and die. I'm running.
stupid idea.
I'm running.
That
Did
was
you
a
just
stupid
did you
idea.
just arcane blast to an unknown spot?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
madman.
I'm just watching the video now.
Oh man.
Oh.
There you go. All right. If you want, we could just jump in the dungeon.
They're still coming
Oh
after
no, the dungeons are all jacked. They got them all level balanced. That's another thing that really annoys me right now. They did this whole like, just giving me a heart attack. No joke, Jacob. That was you should clip it.
Hey,
And by the way, you can clip things even if you wait a little while. So if you
Oh,
try and
really?
clip it now, you might be able to get it. But you can also do it when you rewatch it later. I need to add a button that
Did you go in the dungeon?
that triggers. No, I'm not going to go in the dungeon. Let's just keep pulling up
Where'd
here.
you go?
They're all fucking level balanced, so they're miserably hard.
Oh, you went over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like you
Yeah.
can't go into any dungeon without like even if it's green, it
So
will
you
be
can't
hard.
farm.
No.
Farm.
You can't farm, and you also carry noobs.
And in a lot of ways, having a lower level character now makes you more powerful
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
because it's like the gear ratio is what's under consideration. So a level 20 can struggle with material that a level 5 will trounce. It's the balance is way the fuck off in my opinion. I don't like it at all. Level scaling, I just do not like it. I could see potential, but it's nowhere near where it needs to be balanced.
It's
Right.
only good
Only good for what?
for lower levels.
Yeah.
And even then, not really. They'll be like, there's no
Because they don't have all the same
accomplishment anymore.
the same
You
abilities.
have to work hard to do a dungeon, to level up to do a dungeon.
Yeah, no, I mean I did it, and it was still kind of
Oh, what?
frustrating. Oh, I got a taffy die. Are you gonna die?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
die.
Sorry, bro.
That's all
I can
right.
res
That's
you.
fine.
I'll res you.
Yeah, I guess it's a long walk.
Yeah, it's all good. I gotta make sure I still know how. Frog face. Oh. I mean, we can go try since we are relatively low level, and we're almost the same level. We can go try the stuff down there and just see how it feels.
Yeah.
Want to do it?
Yeah. Let's see what we can do.
I do love having my dragon run out there and grab that shit. Alright, see you, buddy. Glad to have you in today, Jacob. It was awesome hanging out with you most of the day.
Oh, look.
I love with VR. I'll end up like facing sideways and not even realizing it. Like sometimes I'll be like up here against the wall, and then all of a sudden I'm like my face pressed into it, and I'm like, whoops.
Man, if somebody would
I
like
put
to-
mats on the
It
floor
looks so
so that
weird.
if I step off the mat, I know I'm kind of fucked.
Isn't that what the virtual wall is supposed to be for?
I turned it
Yeah.
off because it was super frustrating and it was decreasing my performance.
Oh.
So
Oh.
it had a significant impact on my performance,
did
so
you
I just
go?
turned it off. Especially since I do some of my games like
And
Elite
that's why I don't wear condoms.
and that's why I don't wear condoms because it decreases performance. You can clip that. All right.
I'll put in a shard quickly and let's
Quit being
go.
so sensitive.
I see what you did there. All right. I think the other problem is this is gonna bring the whole group, and they show up
Yeah.
green,
But they're not.
but we'll get experience. These are definitely not green at all.
No.
But we're getting experience.
I'm dead!
Alright, we got actually a fair amount of experience, and there's no consequence for death here, so this isn't bad.
Yeah, that's true.
I love how the fireball spawned all the way from my left-hand side, even though I hadn't moved any time recently. We got this, we got this. Where are we? I'm halfway to level 16. Alright, is that one alone? Probably not. Nope. Alright, let's go for it. Manicore.
Oh, I'm dead. Ah, I died. You can get it.
Oh, I was so close. We can get it. We can get it. We got this. I believe in
Yeah,
this.
sorry, I wasn't focusing on that one.
All right, we'll go on this mana core.
Holy mans.
Got it. Everything past this is bonus. Yes, bonus. I was dead though, so I probably didn't get experience. Bullshit.
Oh shoot.
Sorry, I'm making God, so I scare you. No joke. Oh, Jacob Doggy.
I'm dead.
Decreases. He did it. Jacob clipped the condoms decrease performance. Ah, can't wait to watch it. I'm never gonna die. Okay, I died. We need to make it so that the clips will automatically go into the chat. I think I've seen that done before. Also, Jacob, you got that like wolf thing in your chat, or like the one that like announces when a new viewer comes in. Is that like a Twitch add-on? Because that was pretty cool. All right, focusing on the cactuar.
Oh, shoot! Eat a fireball 3.
Come on! There we go. He's dead. We're all gonna die. Don't worry about it.
Gravy bones. Yeah.
I'll let him take you out though.
Oh, it's a sacrificial.
Sacrificial lamb. Before the sac. Oh, it's a web link. Okay. I thought that was pretty cool though, Jacob. When I was on your stream the other time.
Oh, I got the man.
And then like the thing that Dave had, where it was like, oh, this person's new here. Say hey to him. Like that's pretty cool. Like, I really want to increase engagement with the people who are watching, and I really enjoy the experience of actually interacting with people. It's a big reason that I run the Super Friends, and that I've invested in as much time and money into these things as I have. Like I get to grow the group and play with really awesome people on a pretty regular basis because of it, which is cool. But I don't always.
How did I die?
You died from the dying part of the game. But yeah, I think a lot of it also comes down to I'm practicing using a completely new medium to communicate with people. It's now in VR, I've got this giant chat window above my head, right? Like, whereas I'd been pretty spoiled with the ability to just have everyone be able to be in Discord and chat with me over the last, the whole rest of the time I've played games. One of the things I really like about these VR titles and Discord is I don't have to sit here and type the whole time, right? Like the last time I played an MMO, the only way we could talk to each other at the time was just through typing, like back in the old WoW days, right?
Yeah, or you get that on the Discord or Ventrilo.
Yeah.
Or not, you get Ventrilo, you got Team Speak back in the day.
Yeah, but I never really got into that, and so it was what? No, over here. There's a little lone mana core.
Okay. I just need to get that ritual book.
And then, yeah, I don't have to type here though, right? So that's the cool part. The viewers, as long as I can read, and I have no problem reading while I play, other than sometimes I get distracted and I die. But I mean that happens when someone makes a good joke too.
Whoa.
You were inside his AoE. That's what happened there.
Man,
come in.
Is making me angry.
What's up?
So there's an old thing that somebody published.
Well, you could hang out with us.
Like what is it?
I think
I found out my son is a hacker, and this concerned father talks about
I've just been
going into
playing
Quake.
a lot of VR, Cat.
And the kids, he's like, my kid's training with virtual firearms in Quake, and this was back when Quake 1 was out, right? And so it was completely ridiculous.
You can pop in Discord with us if you want.
Now it's kind of real.
I'm very thinky. I'm sorry. Well.
Bye, I hope you are coordinated enough to
your
speak
kid is a
while
hacker.
doing this, and I hope you have
in fact, I'm gonna find
good
it. We're
day
gonna
and
have
hi
to
to everyone in chat, and I will see you all later. So peace out and. Apparently, you stink lol.
And apparently I stink, yeah. And Jacob says hi. Whoa, who's covering my eyes? I gotta read. Yeah, have a good night, Jacob. Alright, well, I'm sorry, I'm very stinky.
You're
Did
stinky.
Vinny want a tuck in real quick?
That's what you got for playing VR all day.
Okay.
Fastest, greatest affliction in the
Yeah.
West.
Alright, I gotta go give my kid a big ol' stinky hug. Shall we go out and back in and you can try and keep on killing stuff on your lonesome?
I just need to get that book.
Okay. Well, I'll stay in
But,
here and you can struggle with that. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Alright.
Or we can take a 5-minute break.
I'll take a break.
Alright. I will be right back in 5 minutes, folks.
Burb.
And you have a good night, Jacob.
And time's anyways 10:30.
Yeah. Pretty late. Should probably head to bed soon.
Alright, Warhex, you have a good night, man.
Oh, I'll be around when you get back, though.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just starting that timer.
Just starting a timer.
Yeah.
I've got a Deva system that automatically does some cool stuff.
Oh, what system?
Basically, we have in my new position, we have a bunch of stuff that allows us to remotely remediate things, and we need to be alerted when hosts come online. You know, that aren't online all the time. And when that happens, I not only want alerts to go off, but I also want some like recipes that I could go for remediation to go off automatically as well, so that like we can automate as much remediation and malware removal as possible.
So are you auditing the computers to make sure that they're up to date and scanned recently, or what?
No. This is like we're going anything that needs hands-on keyboard. Pretty much, I'm going in and cleaning out machines and whatnot.
As just a maintenance thing, or like
Monitoring, kind of like an MSSP thing. That's my new position. Yeah, it's a little less travel than doing the consulting gig. And
nice.
yeah, it's all remote, so and I get to do more.
Oh, so you work from home or what?
Yeah.
Oh man.
It's I have the ability to work from home with my consulting gig as well, mostly because a lot of that's remote as well. But I like to go. I like to go into the office because it lets me get out of my basement from time to time. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
It's one of those things where working from home has its benefits, but it's not all it's cracked up to be all the time.
I don't think my job will ever be.
You don't think your job will ever be remote?
No, because I'm planning to become a plant engineer.
Yeah.
But to do that, definitely have to be on site.
That you do.
Oh yeah. But depending on which plant I'm at, it'll be always 5 minutes. So,
I like flowers.
flowers?
Flowers are a plant.
Oh. Oh man, come on. The engineering electrical plants.
Yeah. My uncle actually does some engineering for a company called Excel Polymers, and he does all the PLC ladder logic programming for all their like plastics that they make in all their plants around the globe. So he travels to China, he travels to Mexico, He works out of their. I think they got a thing in Ohio, so they got a plant in Ohio where the Amish work. All that sorts of good stuff, but it's kind of interesting what he does. Because you fuck up that, something spills over.
One of those more volatile jobs. Yeah.
I suppose, yeah.
We just had, actually, I might have told you this already, but we had a transformer blow up on us.
Oh,
A couple weeks ago, a couple months ago. All because the guys who were in the control room, they didn't bother calling us in. They're like, the line tripped off, and they're like, probably nothing's wrong. Let's just close it back in. And boom, that thing shot. Pieces were all over the switchyard, and it was on fire. So I was like,
Yep, that'll do it.
it's like a $2 million mistake right there.
Right? Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, that's complacency, I guess. Because, like, 1 out of 100 times, that'll happen. The other 99 times, you're fine just closing it in. So they get to a point where they're like, we don't call those guys in to check if everything's okay. We'll just close it in, and then boom.
Right?
So not sure what's going to come from that. If they're going to actually start calling us out more to verify situations or not. But
Exactly. It's kind of expensive. Those mistakes are very expensive.
Can you hear me?
It's like,
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Cool.
Benson's here too, just lurking.
Nice. What's up,
Lurking.
Benson?
And he's in Orbis.
Lurking. Alright, Gindar, I got something for you to read to the people.
Lurker.
To the people?
Read it to the people. I'm gonna send it to you on Discord.
Oh, wait, can you just send it in the chat of Twitch?
I can.
Because I can actually see that already.
Well, it's a link.
Oh.
Read this link.
Read the link.
No, you can't put a link in there, and that's. Oh,
Yeah.
you're actually a subscriber, so yes, you can.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, and it has bad SSL. That's a good start.
It probably does.
Site not found.
How does it say that that's out? I just had it up.
No.
Oh my god. Advanced. Add exception. Confirm security exception. No.
It's broken.
Broken. Hang on. I'll get it.
Bad hex. Bad hex. Alright.
Let's try this again. Here, I'm gonna send it through Discord just because.
Did you manage to get the books? Are we still working
No,
on
I did
that?
not.
Are you here? Where are you? I'm still
I'm
down
in
here.
I'm just waiting at the top. I think it's done.
Alright, come on, let's kill some of these ghosties.
Alright.
Yeah, my 9-year-old confirms I'm very stinky. He's like,
Alright.
I'm like, here's a hug. He's like, oh, you are stinky.
Get
Alright.
off me.
Alright, there. Now you have it in Discord. You have to read it dramatically.
Alright. Let's see here. If I can find it using VR controls. Where'd you put it? Oh, private message?
PM.
Okay. Will the link work? That whole thing?
That whole thing.
Oh, Jesus. You gotta throw me some bits. What the hell? I gotta read this whole thing with my head facing straight up in the air. Alright. I guess I can move it. Ugh. I feel like my natural instinct is like, no, it's a fixed object in the sky. As an enlightened modern parent, I try to be involved as possible in the lives of my 6 children. I encourage them to join team sports. I attend their teen parties with them to ensure no drinking or alcohol is on the premise. What's it? Adequacy of news grown-ups? Do I really? Okay. This is me reading something, to be clear. I keep a fatherly eye on the CDs they listen to, and shows they watch, and the company they keep, and the books they read, and the... Jeez, this guy sounds like a douche. Alright, you could say I'm
legit?
a model parent. My children have never failed to make me proud. Ever. And I can say without the slightest embellishment that I have the finest family in the USA. I like how it's like highlighted so I can click on it. 2 years ago, my wife Carol and I decided that our children's education would not be complete without some grounding in modern computers. To this end, we brought our children a brand new compact to learn with. The kids had a lot of fun using the handful of application programs we'd bought, such as Adobe's Photoshop and Microsoft's Word. And my wife and I were pleased that our gift was received so well. Our son Peter was most entranced by the device and became quite a pro at it, surfing the net. When Peter began to spend whole days on the machine, I became concerned, but Carol advised me to calm down and that it was only a passing phase. I was content to bow to her experience as a mother until our youngest daughter, Cindy, charged in the living room one night to blurt out, "Peter is a computer hacker!" Because that's what Cindy sounds like. As you can imagine, I was amazed. A computer hacker in my own house! I began to monitor my son's habits to make certain that Cindy wasn't just telling stories, as she is prone to doing at times. Oh, those kids. After a few days of investigation and some research into computer hacking, I confronted Peter with the evidence. I'm afraid to say this was the only time I've ever been truly disappointed in one of my children. This kid is gonna feel like shit reading this later. Literally, you're the only disappointment in the history of this entire
Only
fucking family.
The whole family, you're the disappointment, Peter.
Peter! Fucking Peter! Where the shit do you find this stuff? Alright, let me kill this Ruminant Felicia.
Yeah, kill it.
Oh, goodness sakes.
It gets better.
Oh, I'm sure it gets better.
Why don't you keep taking off my freaking...
See, this
critter?
is the shit I missed you so much for. You're just awesome. That sucks.
Oh, is this the super Basila?
Yeah.
Probably.
But he doesn't do much damage, and this isn't on like a shard, but he's... But
Again,
unfortunately, he is balanced such that every time you fight in here, no matter what, it feels like you're on a shard. Honestly, doing a shard may be easier for level 20s. Because it's not balanced.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Alright, let's put our faces in. Well, he's green. There you go. Now he's gonna fuck us up.
Yeah.
Alright, you'll have to remember where I was. I'll go back to reading. Alright.
Yeah.
Let's continue. Alright, as you can... truly disappointed in one of my children. We raised them to be honest and to have integrity. And Peter betrayed the principles we tried to encourage in him. When he refused point blank to admit to his activities, his denials continued for hours, and in the end I was left with no choice but to ban him from using the computer until he is old enough to be responsible for his actions. After going through this ordeal with my own family, I was left pondering how I could best help others in similar situations. Alright, let's go kill Obnabi. Alright, we're gonna go left. No, let's go just the middle front one that everyone goes for. Alright, we're gonna die, but let's try and take this guy on the left out. I think... I don't know that we can do this, man. We'll see. Alright. After going through this... I'd gained a lot of knowledge...
You respawn.
Okay. Alright. I could best help others similar situations. I'd gained a lot of knowledge. It's like underlined and blued. Over those few days regarding hackers. Like, what the hell would a link called knowledge take me to? Like, the knowledge source from all of the interwebs.
It takes you to an Amazon link to a book called Secret Knowledge.
Alright.
Oh,
That's the carnal knowledge.
Rediscovering the lost techniques of the old masters. Oh my! When you pair that with carnal knowledge,
It seems like you have that book. You
seems
you
like-
were able to just pull that out of your ass right there.
yeah.
Pun intended.
Ooh,
Alright,
my.
we got him. Alright, let me heal up
oh
real
my
quick.
first rotten figure.
Alright. After going through the ordeal with knowledge of others regarding, it's only right that I provide that information to the other parents in the hope that they will be able to tell if their children are being drawn into the world of hacking. Diablo, Satan's game. Perhaps other parents will be able to steer their sons back onto the straight and narrow before extreme measures need to be employed, such as telling your child they can't use the computer. Alright, I guess it's pretty extreme to call your son the only disappointment you've ever had.
The only disappointment you ever had.
That's kind of extreme. Alright, let's see here. He provides a whole guide. Alright, let's see here. After going through okay. To this end, I have decided to publish the top 10 signs that your son is a hacker. Oh, this is gonna be good. I told you not to attack it yet, Veritas. I wasn't ready. I'm reading this extremely long thing from Hex. Alright, so I advise any parent to read this list carefully. You want to kill the one on the right? Because that's what I'm killing. You can do it. I believe in you. A smart
Yeah,
parent
so
will
it's
first
live,
try to
yeah.
reason with their son before resorting to groundings or even spanking. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, my game
The dreaded
crashed.
spanks.
One sec. Crashed game.
Spank him.
Ah, the game crashed. See, your sons are computer hackers, Gandora.
Oh, he absolutely would be if I give him enough access. But he wouldn't realize that he was doing something wrong. The moment he realized he was doing something wrong, he would just break down crying. I just didn't know!
I didn't know!
I just wanted to have all of the health points.
Or mad
I'm
skills.
like, I found a way to do it, so it's legit.
Yeah, it's all
It's definitely my son,
just-
right? Definitely my
I
son.
just
Literally
wanted to
Alright.
stop the mean
I pride
people in
myself
Minecraft.
that I have never had to spank a child, and I hope this guide will help other parents to put a halt to their son's misbehavior. An assumption that it's always the son. That's just really great. Before a spanking becomes necessary. Number 1, has your son asked you to change ISPs? Most American families use trusted and responsible internet service providers, such as AOL. These providers have a strict no hacking policy and take careful measures to ensure their internet experience is enjoyable, educational, and above all, legal. If your child is becoming a hacker, one of the first steps will be to request a change to a more hacker-friendly provider. Ooh. Veritas, are you paying attention?
Yes.
This applies to you, fucker. Alright.
I'm changing it.
How many
all
times
time.
did you change ISP last night?
14.
At least twice.
At least twice. Yeah, but you're in Canada. You're just
There's a
lucky
lot.
to have the internet.
Oh, that's the community ISPs.
Alright, you go for it. Kill him. Alright. Okay. Endangering him through exposure to adult content. It is best to stick with the
Okay, let's head back
protection
to the better
AOL
notes.
provides rather than using home-based solutions. If your son is becoming a hacker, I just love
Better
that.
notes,
If
better
your
notes.
son is becoming a hacker, he will be able to circumvent any home-based measures with surprising ease using information gleaned from various hacker sites.
Hacker sites.
Alright, are you finding programs on your computer that you don't
You mean like
remember
the entire
installing? What? What's wrong?
Basically, the entire internet helps prevent every security function.
Yes, everything.
All right.
All the internet.
Okay. Are you finding programs on your computer that you don't remember installing? Your son will probably try to install some hacker software. He may attempt to conceal the presence of software. I'm gonna go to graveyard. Let's go out and come back in and just kill some more stuff. Get some sweet levels. Here, let me double check no one's. If I'm reading this, Hex, you have to pay attention to chat just in case someone has something.
Okay, all right.
All right, because this is like this is
Whoa,
taking
what
the entirety
You
of
did.
the left hand of my screen.
Oh, no worries.
Benson's
Nobody's typed anything yet.
This is
They haven't
pretty
reacted to
distracting.
your.
No, this is clearly quite enthralling,
Benson?
obviously.
All
right. Let's see here.
Hold on, I'm looking for Benson.
No worries. He may attempt to conceal presence of the software in some way, but you can usually find any new programs by reading through the program listed under
Benson, where
Install/Remove
the heck are you?
Programs in your control panel. Popular hacker software includes Comet Cursor, Bonzi Buddy, and Flash.
Fucking
Flash!
Bonzi, buddy.
Flash is hacker software? This guy was retarded.
Don't you know?
Alright, the best option is to confront your son with the evidence and force him to remove the offending programs. He will probably try to install the software again, but you will be able to tell that this is happening if your machine offers to download one of the hacker applications. If this happens, it's time to give your son a stern talking to, and possibly consider punishing him with a grounding.
Grounding.
Oh no, not a grounding! Anything but that, Father! Please don't send me to my room where I have another computer. Alright,
The heck?
let's see here.
Here's Benson.
If your son's... Okay, that's hardware. Okay. The best option...
Where the heck are you, Benson?
He will probably try to install something in it. This happens. Give your son a stern talk. Okay. Number 3. Has your child asked for new hardware? Oh no! A child wants a new piece of hardware for their computer. They must be a hacker. Only a
They
hacker.
Be a hacker. What kind of hardware, Gandora?
I don't know.
What kind of hardware?
Do I have to read what kind of hardware?
You
Alright.
have to read
Modem
what kind of
card.
hardware?
Okay. Computer hackers are often... I need you in here, Veritas, if
Benson.
we're gonna kill this stuff, because I can't do it alone.
Okay, hold on, I found Benson.
Computer hackers are often limited by
Benson!
conventional computer hardware. They may request
what are you
faster
doing?
video cards and larger hard drives, or even more memory. The monsters!
I was trying to teleport you guys. but
If your
after
son
know.
that-
starts requesting
I
these
noticed.
devices, it is possible that he has legitimate need. You can best ensure that you are buying legal, trustworthy hardware by only buying replacement parts from your computer's manufacturer or from the legal, trustworthy hardware store. If
should've
your
read
son
that
has
since you're
requested
part
a
of
new
it.
processor from the company called AMD, this is genuine cause for alarm. Oh my fucking
Oh,
god.
man.
AMD is a third world based company who manufactures
Why not?
inferior knockoff copies of American processor chips. They use child labor extensively in their third world sweatshops, and they deliberately
Of course they
disable the
do.
security features that American processor makers, such as Intel, use to prevent hacking
nice.
AMD chips. Are never sold in stores. Never. Oh, is
Wow.
this? I need to click on the monitor apparently. There you go. Now you guys can actually see the game.
Oh, don't send him anywhere.
No. Bad Benson. I
Oh,
read
there you
you.
got Aggo. Got Aggo.
Ah, kill the Cactuar. Benson's a hacker.
Benson's
Benson's a hacker. He made a portal with unconventional AMD hardware. Child labor supporting bastard! You commie!
Child laboring bastard.
Commie! This does get better, I have to say. We're gonna have to just like cut out this section and have our own YouTube video for it. Alright, let's see what else bad people do. Hackers. Hackers. Alright, so AMD chips are never sold in stores, and you will most likely be told that you have to order them from internet sites. Do not buy this chip. This is one request that you must refuse your son if you are to have any hope of raising him well. What the
Oh
fuck?
my goodness. True.
Oh man, we have all met parents like this. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Jeez.
Alright, let's see here. God. Alright, number 4. Does your child read hacking manuals? I can't wait to see what he falsely accuses of being a hacking manual.
How the heck do you gonna?
This is like basically, oh, your child's refusing to admit it because he's just a normal fucking kid who's really into computers. Alright, we're gonna go that group of cactuars over there.
Oh, or not.
Oh, or we'll just do whatever. Don't kill him so goddamn fast, you miserable asshole!
He's got like auto freaking
Hacker!
firewall or something crazy.
He's got the hack.
Benson! Benson and his hacks!
Hey, Gamer, I've got a DLL for you. You load up with your game, man.
God damn it. You guys and your DLLs. No.
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 Oh man. I'm like.
He's like, really? Really? I'll install it.
Out of date.
I'll install it.
I'll put it
Round
on a
2.
VM.
Round
Whatever.
2, fight.
I'll do it. Alright. So, if you pay close attention to your son's reading habits, as I do, as a model parent, right? You will be able to determine a great deal about his opinions and hobbies. Children are at their most impressionable in teenage years. Alright, let's kill some of this stuff. Gonna die.
I wonder who did that.
Whoever it is, they're important people.
Bam.
Bam.
That's how we deal with that.
I do like that the bot leaves a paper trail. You know exactly who did it.
Who done it?
Alright. Am I allowed to wake up yet? Are you guys done killing? Stop it, Benson! You're a bad, bad boy!
I think he reads
He's just
computer
turning it
hacking
into a
manuals.
chicken over and over again. He's evil.
Yep.
Benson, did you see, like, when I first came in, I met, like, a dude who was probably, like, 9 or 10, and he's like, can you help me, but not take me to the wilds and kill me? That guy over there, he took me and my friend, and he killed us, and he took all of our stuff. I was like, yeah, man. He's like, could you take me to the wilds? I'm like, dude, you don't want to go to the wilds. You're level 13. You wait until you're level 20. They tricked you. He's like, oh, thanks. Poor dumbass kid. Oh. It's just like, you have no way of knowing. You come into this kind of game and you're completely just like thrown in.
Naive.
And you got to figure out. It's a big reason that a lot of people stop playing it, right? It's like they don't get to that aha moment in time. And I think it's the biggest reason you have so many people bought the game and so few people play it the way that we did, right? Like, we're really patient people. And I think that's another reason that I found so many amazing people playing this game is like only a very patient person gets far enough to realize it's a good game.
It's true. I mean,
Right?
it's not in action. It's not like, it's not arcadey.
Yeah, like
I'm dead.
it's not very forgiving either. It's very skill based.
It's
And-
way far away from what World of Warcraft currently is. It's like, it's very much you. It's very. I would say it's Riley's inspiration with this game and the difficulty of it, as well as only the 20 levels. Absolutely Dungeons and Dragons, like straight up.
Now Benson's just sitting here looking at his hand. It's like he's like, nope. You complained about me helping too much. Now you're gonna go ahead and experience what this would be like to do it all on your own, with them scaled. All right, we should take out the Volusia. Is Benson actually gonna die?
No, he's a computer hacker.
Hacker! Oh shit. Benson, you gotta have a plan. What are we doing here? Just trying to see how long I can endure this?
I should
Ah shit.
kick Benson from the party.
No, he sent
Boom.
himself to graveyard, that way I would die.
Die.
You monster! No! 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 Oh, I died. He's like, why are they not attacking Gandora? This is a waste of my time.
But it feels so good.
Alright. Hacking manuals. Let's see
Okay,
here.
let's do some more quest stuff.
Okay. Well, I got my book now. We could go turn that in the Hobnobby Desert. We should probably do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's walk there and you can read your book,
Okay.
your article.
While I
Article
wander
life.
aimlessly into enemies. Alright, let's see here. No.
Now see here.
If your son spends more than 30... Okay. If you pay close attention... Alright, so what are the hacking manuals available? Bookshops today. A few titles to be on the lookout for. Snow Crash. Cryptonomicon by Neil Stevenson. Neuromancer by William Gibson. Alright. There's Programming with Pearl by Timothy O'Reilly. Fucking dirty ass Timothy O'Reilly. Clearly,
Goddamn.
Programming with Pearl. That's only for hackers.
Goddamn O'Reilly books.
Geeks by John Katz. The Hacker Crackdown by Bruce Sterling. Microsurfs by Douglas Copeland. Hackers by Stephen Levy. The Cathedral and Bazaar by Eric S. Raymond. See, these are actually all really good titles that I highly recommend checking out.
They're very good titles.
I mean, obviously you'll be looking at slightly different versions new. So basically this guy is gloating about the fact that he destroyed his son's future.
Yeah.
Because his son was clearly at the edge of the field at the time.
Yeah.
It's great.
Especially with a combat computer, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, this guy had a ton of employability being built at that point. And well, I really hope this kid... I hope Peter said, fuck you, Dad, and went after his dreams. That's what I hope.
Don't let your dreams be dreams, Peter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck your dad, Peter. Go for your dreams. I can't see you guys because of this giant panel. One sec.
I'm already on the cliff.
What? You're already on the cliff? Benson's following me.
Yeah.
Benson's a true friend.
He is.
Oh, I'm just waiting for you to die.
I know, right? Because I'm just like, Benson, which way do we go?
Over here, Gandora. Over here.
What?
Here.
What?
I'm go teleport. There you go. Oh
you
crap!
You get in it. You get in it.
There you go.
Get
Go
in.
ahead. Go.
You go in the hole.
Quick!
Yeah,
Get
he's
in.
a true friend.
You get in.
I'm going to get in. I'm going to get in.
Get in.
There you go. I got in.
No,
Go.
you can't lie to me. I saw that. Benson, you go in the
Marine
hole.
fire down.
There you go. I went in.
You go in the hole and I'll go in the hole.
Benson, the hole is your home.
Fuck
go to
you,
your
hole.
home. Don't you want to go to your home?
There you go, Gandora.
No.
Ow! Crap!
No.
It disappeared.
You've been
I'm
spending
gonna
too
fire
much
down upon
time with 8-year-olds tricking them to go in the wilds. Come on, Gandora. It'll be okay. There's candy. Oh man, I can't read any more of that asshole shit. It's like,
I'm
oh man,
surprised you went that long.
it's
It's pretty fantastic.
wait. Dang it, we went the wrong way and Benson just let me go the whole time.
How much time does your child spend using the computer each day?
8 hours.
If your son
Oh,
spends more than 30 minutes on the computer each day, he may be using DOS or using it to DOS other people's sites. DOSing involves gaining access to the command prompt
Pandora's
of other
that
people's
way.
machines and
Pandora.
using
What?
it to tie up vital internet service.
Oh, the book thing.
Oh.
Never mind.
Yeah,
Never
yeah,
mind.
it's this way. Right?
That's kind of a mixed man.
Yeah, no, like this guy's like basically
Definitely.
anytime. Essentially, this kid figured out how to do some initial programming and was getting really into it, and then his sister was like, "He's hacking," because they saw a command line.
Oh, this is my
Right.
favorite one.
Yeah.
Does your son use Quake? Quake is an online virtual reality used by hackers.
What?
It's a popular meeting place and training ground where they discuss hacking and train with various firearms.
Oh my
Many-
god.
Oh,
Many
man.
hackers develop antisocial tendencies due to the use of this virtual world, and it may cause erratic behavior at home and school. If your son is using Quake, you should make him understand that this is not acceptable. You should ensure that all the firearms in your house are carefully locked away and have trigger locks installed.
I think that's good advice. That's the first piece of good advice this guy has given. Yeah, I mean,
You
like,
should all-
I don't like that he thinks it's related, but it's good advice.
Your son's going to shoot up the school.
But yeah, Peter, the one disappointment, and probably the only one who ever made money in the future.
Peter probably
He's
made
like,
the only money
Peter
that-
is the one who, like, the dad begrudgingly went to live with after, because the rest of his fucking kids were drugged out. Holy shit, what the motherfucking goddamn it, son of a bitch! You just sent me to fucking Frosty
Yes!
Spit.
I did
That's
it.
the action
You-
I came here looking for.
God damn it, Benson! God damn it! Ah, you got me.
Hey, now I know this. Please,
Oh, wait. That's important. We need to remember that moment.
I saw him on that clip doing something.
Alright, let's see here. Sent me to fucking Frosty
Yes!
Spit.
I did
That's
it.
the
Gandhi,
action
how
I
often
came
do
looking
people
for.
tell you that your
God damn it,
voice doesn't
Benson.
match your face?
God damn it!
How often are you told that your voice
Ah,
doesn't
you
match your
got me.
face?
Now I know this. I can name a myriad of things.
I think his
that's
voice
a-
matches his face.
That's important. I mean, no one really says that very much. People are surprised. You just sent me.
Well, I mean,
Let's see.
first of all,
You kind of sound like a VeggieTales character,
I did.
but then you
Bug
look
Eye.
at them and you're a bear.
What? Well,
Damn
maybe
it.
if you're
Like-
listening to me reading it out. One sec, I gotta finish this clip. Let's see.
The
You got me.
OG trap.
Get it.
Now I know this. Finally, I messed up 100 times. Jeez,
Oh,
that's
wait.
perfect.
There you go. I'm naming this one. You sent me to Frosted Spit. God damn it, Benson. Son of a bitch. You just.
that was
sent
another
me
part
to
of this game. After
fucking
every
Frosted
raid,
Spit.
it was like, "Hey guys, here's the
I
portal
did
to
it.
town."
The action I came
You.
Oh, you know what?
You know, you'd always go to the desert, just like magically. I don't
Yeah.
know how it.
I do love that. Everyone just pops in there. All right, so we had who we got popped in here?
That's
He's rolling.
more.
Was that here's
Um,
here's a portal to high step, guys. Desert.
I do have to say though, it was definitely really weird to like when we made the move to having a lot more streamers in the group, and like when I saw Bud, I like totally
know.
pictured him differently, right? Like we all look at each other, we get to know each other in this game with our crazy ass fat heads and our lack of legs, and like we start to really think about each other as those characters.
Gandora, it's this way. It's this way. Gandora, it's this way.
Yeah, we're going to the wilds. Benson, you better not kill us.
I don't want to go to the
Yeah.
wilds. I'm not going to the wilds. I want to go turn in that quest, you damn fools.
What? It's
Yeah,
not like,
it's
somebody's
shortcut.
going to be there to kill
You
you.
can limp around.
It's
but
not a
Benson,
shortcut. I know where it is.
There's a shortcut here.
Where are you guys? Because where you are doesn't look very familiar to me right now.
Oh, we're next to the fucking heat symbols. FH.
When
In the desert.
Kalofaki.
Kalofaki.
FH. Fucking
Might just be that those. I don't even remember those cactus models.
Oh, we're next to F and Chickenfoot.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're not at the age.
But yeah, no, it was really weird seeing Bud for the first time, and like he's got like this big old gray beard, like all the way down to his chest, right? And you're like, whoa, I
Yeah.
totally pictured you looking different. Like But yeah, it's just we get used to seeing each other in our avatar form in VR in particular.
Yeah.
And so it's a little bit shocking at first when you see that person that you've spent like we spent like a good 6 months, 9 months together before we actually physically saw each other. Right, and that
Who saw each other?
like as in like
What do you mean, like?
like we hung out all year so far, Truth, right? And the first time you really saw me was probably when I started live streaming, right?
Yeah.
And
Or
then,
when we like. Was there...
and granted, for me, it's a little bit different,
yeah.
right? Like I have videos of myself up. I've had a YouTube channel for a pretty long time, and I've never been cautious or anything about like the difference between my identity and my actual identity, right? Like Gandora is a character that I wrote in one of my books, and like the more people know about me as Joseph Datillo, the better off I am ultimately, because if you want me to write software for you, I kind of want you to know who the hell I am. Right? Like this, I am my brand. But Gandora is my brand for gaming for the most part.
Gotta sell yourself, man. I understand it completely.
Oh, Benson. Ah.
Nah, he's always gonna be the nerdy little Gandhi to me.
Yeah, no, and it's just, but
interestingly enough, you're like in my mind, the first thing I think is Gandora, that really nerdy guy that somehow leads the giant group of super friends and does it really well.
But yeah, no, it's I appreciate that, man.
That's because he's got that sweet ass Air Force training.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I had such a hard time understanding people that I've had to spend a lot more time than most people just to get a grasp of the fundamentals. As someone who, if I'm anything like my son, which I'm a lot like my son, I've got a little bit of autism in me, and it makes it hard for me to understand non-logical things, right? Like,
oh, there we go.
They've done that.
Right. In particular for me, like when someone does something without a real rational reason behind it, I have a really hard time, especially in the past, I've had a really hard time grasping that, right? Like when people do something just to hurt someone else's feelings, that's just not something that I generally do, and so I always thought I was missing some piece of the equation, right? And I was missing the part of the equation, which is that some people are totally cool with just being jackasses, and that like that's fine to them. And so,
oh yeah, it's I'm in the Asperger's spectrum too. I'm just a little bit more functional since I've learned how to grow up. But I was talking to a therapist I just started seeing a couple weeks ago, and he said like he established that my main primary problem is that I can't generalize, which means to do to some people just because I'm not allowed to do it to other people. For instance, like I was really introduced why like black people can say nigga but white people can't. Why?
Yeah.
It's just a person saying it. I don't see the difference. We're all people.
Yeah.
And I don't know like why it's okay if black people call each other hard R, but some black people don't like it. Other black people are okay with it, but they're not going to punch each other unless a white guy says it. Well, why? You established you're okay with that.
Yeah, and people who don't have that problem have a really hard time understanding people like us who like
they're like, why is this guy doing things that you shouldn't normally do to a normal person? It's like, well, I don't know what a normal person is.
Yeah, I guess so. So for us, we look at it as, why would people do something without a logical reason, right?
Yeah.
And then for them, they're like, how the hell does he not know that's inappropriate?
Because people are
panicking. All right. Time for dialogue. Here we go. Varku, Leek, oh, Yun, Darthruha, you've returned with good news. I hope. With this book. That's me. I'm the manly voice. Shakaru, Walkufa, the Black Guide. I have heard tale of this book through, though I never thought it to be more than a legend. It is a great thing you have done, my friend, removing this book from their clutches. My fart chair, thank you. Please take this as your reward. The Black Guide? My
Are you
Null
doing-
told me its story. What's up?
Oh, are you just redoing the main quest on a new character?
Yeah, I'm redoing the main story
I was
quest
like, I
on a
swear I
new
recognize
character.
this.
Yeah, but like
okay.
I fully admit I did not read all of them, and part of my
I didn't read any of
re-experiencing
them.
this and streaming it is one of the biggest thing this game's is missing is voice acting, so I'm fixing it. My Null told me its story, and their Null told them before. The Black Guide, penned by an ancient practitioner of Yun Chud, one who walked the earth in the times of the barbarian Hulthim. Go on. It is said to contain incantations and rituals of the darkest kind, as well as the locations of Chadkatet throughout the world. Please, take the book with you. I wish not for it to be around my fasher. I'm guessing that's father? Is crying your fasher? Chadkatet, black magic. I would warn you, destroy it. Do not seek out the Chadkatet for risk of your own soul. But you know, madame, I have no soul. Goodbye. That's how it ends. Just goodbye. Okay.
Goodbye.
Good. Thanks for the warning. Goodbye. I don't
Thank you.
care.
Come again.
All right. Sorry about that. It's part of the challenge is I must read all of the dialogue. So, go on. Now that I've completely distracted your train of thought. God, this place. Look at this place. Isn't this the hardest place to navigate in the game? Like, all the colors
What,
are the
little
same.
doors? Oh,
No,
yeah,
it all looks the same.
I was just following a guy through this whole period, so I just kind of saw a guy walking around in front of me, and then he would walk through the wall and be like, this way, and I'd be like, what? Is that empty space? Because it's hard to tell where the wall is.
Yeah, no, I think
so.
like a very, very poorly designed room. The colors are all the
Reborn
same.
will fix that, I think.
It'll bring us new flavors of the same pain.
New flavors. With the same pain. I like that. I was gonna ask Gandhi, do you stream Reborn? Should I expect to see that next time? Because I didn't even play or check any.
I did stream it, and I will be exporting that whole clip to YouTube. I made sure not to use
cool.
external music. That way people can go and look at it. But yeah, I streamed it for a couple hours. Everyone got really bad headaches because of the dragon racing, so we weren't able to go too much longer. Okay.
So how was that? Yeah, because that was just a whole bunch of smooth loco and turning, I assume.
Yeah. It was all head controlled. So the problem was that everyone's just like looking around, like to steer their dragon,
in the direction they're looking,
right?
Yeah.
And you have to like overcorrect to miss certain things, and it makes you really hurt your head. Like just me doing that was a realistic impersonation of one move, and my head already hurts a little bit. So yeah, do that through an entire like maze, and it starts to wear on you. So that's one of the biggest pieces of feedback. It's very commonly given by everyone else. So, but yeah. Whew.
Is Reborn gonna be a wipe?
We're gonna keep our characters, but the whole story is going to be replaced, and some of our equipment will probably get obfuscated.
Yeah.
But we'll have our levels at least. So that's why I'm going through the story again. God damn it, Benson! He turns around. Wasn't me.
Not only that,
Wasn't
but
me.
they're also increasing the level cap at 30, right?
Yeah. Fuck you, Benson. You kill the chicken. Oh, now it's Veritas too. It's the chicken battle. There's all these things that we troll each other with.
This game, just like every other MMO out there, it's just like the chicken has to exist, even though nothing else in the game fits any description.
Yes! We did it!
Human, real life creatures.
Fuck all the chickens. Let's go kill some more shit. All right, what do we need to do next?
Talk to that Iblis guy, and then kill the green cloth man.
Ooh, we got Benson here. We can kill the green cloth. now.
Also, what the hell was with the stupid riddle? How are you supposed to know that there's a mirror in your basement?
Oh, by other people who figured it out telling you. I mean, everyone goes down and looks at the mirror and they're like, what the fuck is this? And so someone must have looked at it recently enough when they did it. And then, I mean, just like the secret spells that were like passed down from person to person.
All right. Well, I mean, I never even went into the basement and saw that.
I did well before I did that quest. I went into the basement and saw
There's nothing to bring you down there and say, hey, look at this. You know?
I just like to explore. So like someone else did it and put 2 and 2 together.
Right.
So I mean, it was a good riddle. Like a lot of the things in this game, the intent is to kind of force people to come together and figure it out, right? And one of the barriers that the Super Friends broke down was this idea that passing on knowledge in written form was bad.
Taboo.
Right? Like, it was very bad to share information with each other. And that's why I said, you know what, screw it. I have my own servers. You can't delete my shit. We're making a wiki where you can't delete the postings that we have to share information with each other. Like, they wanted that stuff to just be secret forever, but I'm like, I can't memorize that crap. I gotta write it down somewhere, and everyone's sitting here making their own Excel spreadsheets and shit. And I'm like, no, if you don't want it to be spoiled, you're not gonna Google it. You'll figure it out yourself. We're all grown-ups. We know whether or not we're gonna be spoiling our experience by looking something up. But I like experiencing something for the first time, and then after that, I'm good. I don't need to like re-experience the struggle just to enjoy a game.
Yeah, like I'm okay with getting like certain materials together and seeing what they do myself, but if there's a certain cool item that a friend of mine has, I'm gonna Google that just to see specific materials there. But otherwise, let's throw the materials together and see what happens myself.
Right.
And
like there's
but like
what to Google.
By us breaking the unwritten rule and sharing that stuff, like we got tons of flack for it, right? Couple months of people yelling at me. I got nasty emails from devs and everything, and I was like, dude, you can't do anything about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
No joke. Right? I'm just like, no, there's nothing you can do about this. You can't make it against the rules for me to share information about how to complete the game. Right?
Andy, do you remember when I don't even know if I knew you back then, but did you ever see any of the stuff back when I was part of what's his name? Soul? No, Sulon. I was part of. I think I still am part of Sulon's Merchant Guild, except I don't think it exists anymore because nobody really cared.
Well, I was actually going to invite you to the Super Friends if you ever.
I will join them the next time I play because I don't give a damn about Sulon anymore.
Well, I just meant in general, since we've now moved beyond a particular title. I think I saw you're a really good fit for the personality of the group.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, let's go find that green eyed.
Well, I'm a lot less autistic than I used to be. I've been working on that for the last
well,
months,
that probably decreases your candidacy, but it's okay.
I know. I noticed when I was in this channel, I was burping a bunch and doing all that stuff that everyone hates on me for, and everyone here was chill, and I was like, oh, I can't hang out with these guys. They're not going to like me when I try to fix myself.
No, I mean, like, the funny thing about it is that we definitely have attracted a bunch of, like, a lot of ADHD and other stuff, and we're all really cool with it. We may have different difficulties, but we understand
I've noticed you guys don't even seem like I haven't seen or heard any drama from Super Friends at all. You're really big. You have a lot of weird and crazy people, but you don't have very many people that make fun of people for that.
Drama is strictly forbidden.
Very simply.
So I'll see you soon.
All right. Talk to you later. Sorry.
Later. All right. So we're looking for the green-hatted dude, right?
Yeah. Sorry. I was. Oh, Benson's out.
Oh, he's gone now that we needed his help.
Yeah.
I got bored.
Oh, but we needed help killing the green-hatted dude. Maybe we can do it now. The green-hatted dude.
14.
Yeah, you're level 14. I'm better because I've been playing for more than a couple minutes. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get 16. But yeah, I think that's been really key to us having that experience. What he mentioned there, right? Is just like we treat each other with your respect. in the group. It's a pretty big deal. Like I can't enjoy a game if I'm playing with people I don't enjoy being with.
Mm-hmm. I can't imagine being in a different environment like this. Like, you know what I mean? Like being stressed out to perform.
Yeah, like.
And it's like, wait, are we playing a game? Or...
I don't know, truth. I've been giving you 50 DKP minus ever since you got in the server.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because I trump that. I don't know. It's like it just sucks to feel like a second-class citizen and to just get shit on when you're trying to like blow off steam. Like we all work hard and do stuff, right? We just want to hang out. But you know, feeling like you did a shit job in a game and that it's a big deal to people who you think are your close friends, it hurts. Because then you're worried about screwing up your performance in game the same way that you're worried that you might lose your job in real life. You're worried you might get kicked out of your group in game, and it's just like... And then you have to straddle the balance there, right? Do I put so much time into my gaming that I may lose my job, but at least then I'm with my friends more, right? And I'm like, no, this is not the perspective I want to encourage in people, right? Like, this is not good stuff. At the end of the day, if gaming drives you to the point where you're irresponsible in real life, then that means I don't get to play with you eventually. Whether or not you know it. Yeah. Eventually, you're not going to be able to afford your internet bill, and you're going to be SOL, right?
Right.
Like, or there's going to be
other repercussions, right? And so as we grow and we do... Like, especially the fact that I basically play every single day with you guys with a couple exceptions, right? Knowing that it's okay and I'm not going to hold it against you just because you couldn't play that day is really important, right? Like, I'm really happy to know that Warhex is going to be active again, but, like, I'm not mad at him for having a fucking life.
Right?
Right. Or at the very least, I'm going to send him nasty PMs. That's more socially acceptable, right?
I was expecting dick pics.
Dick pics. And then, man, have you heard from Junior? I have not gotten any response from him in a long time. Someone told me that they saw him, like, running through High Step at some point earlier, but, like...
Oh, I did it.
Yeah, we did it. We got better by playing for a couple hours. High fives.
True.
Yeah, that's the worst high five ever. Come on, try harder. Boop.
That was.
Oh, let's go talk to the goblin dude over there. I think I have that one.
Oh, you haven't done... Oh, okay. Yeah, I did it while you were in.
But yeah, no, I'm glad that I was really upfront about
Copper Street Cartel.
Us trying to make sure that we didn't take it too seriously from the beginning.
Yeah.
All right, Ibis, what should he sound like?
Well, you.
Hey.
Hello, you.
Hey, shut up, dude. How you doing, buddy?
Me. Hold on, I'm typing on the...
Level 15, congrats, buddy.
Yeah.
Boop.
He's been helping me. I just did that.
Nice.
I got the menu from the house, so you have to go in the basement for.
All right, Iblis. What should Iblis sound like?
My headset's back on.
It sounds like a goblin. A goblin. I didn't know a goblin back then.
All right.
What's this? A fasher? Seeks me? Out? Who are you? What do you want with this wretched ghoul such as myself, huh?
Are you Iblis?
I am. Though that you know my name is no great feat. I'm cursed with fame amongst these dudes.
Do it.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Send him to High Step.
He'll have to walk back with me. The intelligent ghoul, they call me. The walking corpse of science. The king that will return to us. Puffa! I despise all those titles. I just wish to be left alone. Join our cause. Alright, join our cause. Fight the order. Ha ha! Why would I fight against darkness? Darkness is soothing. It hides all the ugly things of the light. Continue. However, since you have come such a long way and boast such a noble title, if you complete a riddle for me, I'll open myself to listen to your
I know
request.
where it is.
Do you have a deal? Do we have a deal for share? What's the riddle? It's gotta be serious. Varka, then listen carefully. You saw me where I never was, and where I could never be, and yet within that very place my face you often see. What am I?
Not a mirror.
But it's
not
not
a mirror in the
enough to
basement of your
simply
house.
say the answer. I require a token that represents it as well. Only when you've found such a token can we talk. Goodbye.
It's in the basement of your home.
Yep, I know. Alright. Time to use the thingy thing.
Oh, that all happened at once. Jesus.
Oh, anyway.
I love people see me walk up and they're like, oh god, the voice is coming. The voice has arrived.
But I'm gonna catch you guys later. I gotta head off to bed here.
Alright, you have a good night, man.
That was a good idea. I mean,
Yeah, good night, guys.
shuttered. That was a blast.
Well, I think since this game is so much more fun with you guys, I will go ahead and end the stream now. And pick up when one of you is able to play. So, everyone who hung out, thank you. As always, it's amazing hanging out with everyone on the Twitchness and on the Discordness. If you haven't already followed, don't hesitate to. I certainly won't cry about it. It'd be great to see you again next time. Hex, thanks for popping in. Truth, thanks for all the help. And let's see who we're gonna raid. It's probably not someone playing Orbis.
Benson! Green Benson!
What's that?
I'm the only one playing when someone's streaming it, so. Oh, let's see here. I'm glad things are going alright with your house, though. Hex. Let's see here. We are. That link that he gave for that.
Well, that was fun.
That
was
crazy thing. It's very crazy.
Oh, my back is sore.
Alright, we're gonna go.
It's supposed to be sore after you play RVR.
Snake Eater. He's awesome. There we go, folks. Raid time. Let's give Snake Eater some love.